Yo, guys. Okay. This is gonna be funny. All right. So just does it still okay, yeah, so add to the stage. Okay, wow. Yikes. This is crazy. Okay, so anyway, I was playing around earlier today. I was bored. So I got this song that I made for shits and giggles about, hey, Thornbridge, you're a part of this too. Thank God you're here. So I made this funny little song earlier today when I was bored. Oh man, so you guys gotta decide. I don't know if I should do the first one I did. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll play you guys the first one I made. But actually, I don't know if it has. Okay, so here's the deal. The first one I made, it has Thornbridge. It has you in it. Or the second one I made, it has Thornbridge in it. But I think the first one I did, I don't think I included you. So bear with me for a second here. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear it? Let me know if you can hear it. DJ Betty Patriot pride on the screen tonight. Nikki's unjust stories cutting through the lies. Map investigates, got the lens on tight. Pretty little clues in the corner, peace and life. Criminal network trying to twist the room. Died juice talk, got a little too smooth. Gym survival with the scrapes and the scars. AV7 Tuscan driving truth in the bars. Cap man, JLR, keep it plain. Should be in the chat, say it again. Drunk turkey laughing, but it still feels true. Fellow YouTube streamers, I see all of you. One by one, we show our face. No fake front, no borrow grace. Say it loud, let it land. Real ones know who takes a stand. Keep it real, keep it real. Patriot pride, feel what we feel. Keep it real, keep it real. These stories cut like steel. I gotta put on the other song. Okay, this is the one that has everybody in it. Yeah. Keep it real, keep it real. Keep it real, keep it real. Patriot pride, keep it real on the live. Nikki's unjust stories, truth in the drive. Map investigates, got the facts in the bag. Pretty little clues, every detail in the tag. Criminal network, yeah, we spot the disguise. Died juice spilling, no blaze in the lies. Gym survival, still standing through the night. 8572 sun, shining in the fight. We don't fake, we don't fold. We speak up, we hold go. One by one, let it ring. Every streamer got a thing. Keep it real, keep it real. Fellow streamers, that's the deal. Patriot pride, stand up tall. We don't break, we don't fall. Keep it real, say it loud, let them feel. Thornbridge Jackson, filtered raw. Keeping truth at the core. Cap man with the steady front row. JLR in the comments making Nick grow. She be got the spark when the room gets cold. Drunk turkey talking, but the truth still bold. Thornbridge X unfiltered, never dressed up. If the story gets muddy, we clear it up. Side by side, we've been building that trust. No smoke, no gloss, just facts in the dust. We don't switch, we don't bend. From the first post to the end. If they ask who we are, real ones never fall. Keep it real, keep it real. Fellow streamers, that's the deal. Patriot pride, stand up tall. We don't break, we don't fall. Keep it real, say it loud, let them feel. Thornbridge X unfiltered raw. Keeping truth at the core. From the chat to the mic, we bring the whole scene light. Every name, every lane, still the same on the stride. Nicky Mab and Gems too. Cap man staying true. JLR should be in the frame. Drunk turkey say the Keep it real. Fellow streamers, that's the deal. Patriot pride, stand up tall. We don't break, we don't fall. Keep it real, keep it real. Say it loud, let them feel. Throwing bridge checks, unfiltered raw. Keeping truth at the core.
Anyway, that was weird. Oh man, truth. I didn't put you in there because, you know. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I don't like it was auto-generated. No, none of the members are getting shout outs. I can make another Jillybug. I can make another song where I shout out all the, you know, people. All you guys, I'll make one for all you guys. But the one thing I will say that I don't like about the song, which makes me want to redo it, is there's a part in it where it talks about I get what it's saying because it's slang, you know, undress or never dresses it up. Talking about truth or Thornbridge, and I'm like, psh, she definitely dresses. She looks great on her show. So I just didn't want her to think. Jen, I don't want you to think that was like some kind of weird, because it was auto-generated. So, but I basically just typed everybody's names, all the heavy hitters. You know, I think it's funny like what it decided to say. You know, it's kind of funny. So I mean, if you guys want, I can do one right now with all you guys. I'll just do it. Who cares? Let's see here. Home. Let's see here. We got Just Jaylene. We got who we got? Truth Warrior. We got Inner Strength. Mr. Rooster. Who else is in here right now? I feel like a dummy. I can't even. Major Rammer Jammer. Got to put you in here too. Oops. Major Rammer Jammer. I got to separate the words too because it'll make it all weird. Like the first time I did this one song when I had 857 in there. Oh my goodness. It was like 850 Tucson or something like that. It wasn't even. Oh yeah, Jillybug. Let's see here. Who else? I might leave you out of this one, Thornbridge, only because I already got you in. Okay, I got Inner Strength, I got Jillybug, I got Mr. Rooster, I got Major Carolina Carla. Gotta get you in here. Help me, Rhonda. Carolina Carla. All right, who else? Just Jaylene, Carolina Carla. Sorry if I'm taking too much time to, you know, this is happening in real life. Angel Eyes, are you still here? Who else is in here? I'm trying to think of who the Ooh, Adam said to get in. What does that mean? You do great. It's hard to imagine all the ESP with how many. You know what I don't like about this, about the way the comments show up and they're like gray. Now that I'm old, too many people know that song anymore. That's all right. I don't even though I have you programmed in my phone, I don't even, to be honest with you, the other day when I was texting you, I looked down at my phone and I forgot that I had your name saved. So I was like, who the heck is that? Who who else? There's nobody else. I'm trying to think of who else hangs around. Oh, Blue Cat. Yeah. I'll put Blue Cat in it. I don't know where he went, but Blue Cats. There we go. I'm trying to think who else is there. There's some other people, but this is who's hanging tonight. These are my 2 friends. Please will cut each other's 6. There we go. And then I'll be like, there we go. Let's see what happens, guys. Give it a little bit of time, to process. Man, I did one earlier, and it came up with some really weird. I had Jim in the song. Mute us when you oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know. Sorry, guys. I'll do that from now on. Bruce says hello to everyone, but he's at the airport right now. What happened, Rooster? Why'd you have a rough day? I didn't even see what you said. Why can't I go back? I can't look. Mute us when you type. That's what I'll do. Let's see here. Everybody needs to go look at Inner Strength's videos. She needs some views. Is it done? You know what? You guys are lucky that I don't break the get myself striked or something. How do I how come I can't just look at my own crap? Home. Okay, whatever. It's taking forever. Told you that too. What? Be very grateful. Thank you. Just may take you up on that. What are y'all saying to each other? Oh man. Okay. Hold on a second here. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, okay. New comments. Wait, what? Am I doing something wrong here? What the frick? Yeah, for real. If anybody wants to join my offering to mod for me. Who's offering that? Yeah, I can have a panel. Someone please. Check again, ma'am. Okay. So far, what I was gonna say is I don't like the layout of the comments because I can't see it enough. I have to keep scrolling. Oh my god. Oh, Sikorsky, mind your business. All right. Link you. Well, I'll just put it in here because I can't send it to you privately right now because. Okay, here we go. Ready? This song's about you guys, so.
Just Jaylene in the chat, still holding it down. True warriors, big facts, never folding for clout. In the strength, keep it real when the storm roll through. Mr. Rooster up early, got a whole crew brew. Major Ramma Jamma, that name hit loud. Julie Buck, throw love like a flag in the crowd. Carolina Carla with the plan in the heart. Blue cat, stay loyal, never drift, never part. We got each other's six. Yep, we move like this. One call, one click, and the whole room lit. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Just Jay, truth warrior. Got each other's six. In the string, Mr. Rooster. Got each other's six. Julie Bug, Carolina Carla. Blue cats, we legit. When the timeline messy, they the ones who stay. Drop a rough day, they reply you good right away. No fake smiles here, just a real strong bond. Same front row energy when the whole world gone. Major Ramma Jamma, bring the bass in the room. Blue cats glide through like a light in bloom. Truth warrior, rock for you. Never switch the lane, just Jaylene got the flame. Keep it bright through the rain. It ain't luck, it's true. It ain't talk, it's us. If one of us want it, we talk it up.
Bruce, you.
Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Just Jaylene, true warrior. Got each other's six. In the string, Mr. Rooster. Got each other's six. Julie Bug, Carolina Carla. Blue cats, we legit. From the screen to the soul. We've been built this way. 6 deep, stay close. Come what may. One team, one spark, one hell of a mix. Say the name, say it proud. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Just Jaylene, truth warrior. Got each other's six. In the string, Mr. Rooster. Got each other's six. Julie Bug, Carolina Carla. Blue cats, we legit.
Dude. Okay. Enough of that. How you doing, Bruce?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, man.
I gotta wait until 11:10 tonight. Military. Well, let's see. 23:10. I gotta wait till tonight. And so I don't know if you know, but my brother-in-law had passed away.
Oh shit.
So I don't know if you know that,
No,
but
man.
he passed away 4 days ago.
Holy shit. No, I didn't know that, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well. But I look at things. I guess I look at things like so much different about when we talk about, you know, like we talk about stuff, like we got to focus on like each other, man. Focus on positivity. I of all people know it. I used to be a complete piece of garbage, and I literally, like, look, I got married. I changed my ways. Confrontations don't win anything, right?
No.
You don't win anything by arguing with people.
Are you gonna have a service?
Going back to Seattle for a couple weeks, and then then I'll be doing this all over again.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from Portland. I'm gonna go hang with a friend of mine and my brother's, my wife's and stuff, sister, our brother, sister and brother-in-law. We're gonna go hang out, and then I'm gonna go visit my dad at my house.
Well,
So
how long's the flight?
Well, going, it's like, it could be between like, well, if I remember correctly, it would be like 10, maybe 12 hours. Look, it's not long, man. This is what's long, man. Happened to wait 8 hours. Oh my God, is that my phone? I don't know what the hell's going on. My phone's jumping or something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. So, can I ask you, how do you deal with, which I've had a lot, and I'm sure all of us have had somebody die, but how do you deal with it to like move forward?
You mean like after a loss?
Yeah. How did you deal with it?
To be honest with you, man, I mean, I'm still dealing with it, but
Yeah.
I just try to surround myself with people that, like you might have to take some time, which is, I kind of went through a spell where I didn't want to be around anybody, not because I didn't want to hear what people had to say, but I didn't want people to feel awkward, like they have to say something or they have to comfort me in some way, It's like you take your own time, you deal with it your own way, and that's all that matters. It's yeah, and sometimes people even, therapy sometimes can help,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
if you need somebody to talk to. But I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that. I told you what, therapy and basically being in jail and stuff, and helped me. So
yeah.
that's what it is.
I mean, I don't know how much jail time you did, but I only did like 70 something days or something like that. But that just being in jail that little bit of time was enough to put things in perspective for me,
Well, it was kind of like off and on. It was more like I did like I think it was one time I missed one of my payments. I couldn't at the time pay for my probation, and I had to spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the drunk tank years and years ago, and then I got 10 days, and then they're like, well, he was using, so like he should have more than 10 days, and I ended up doing 8 months, and I got no time for anything, and I just decided to I did a program, and then I got into a program, and got to talk with one of my counselors, who my counselor at the time, and I started learning from him. And then I went to this other lady outside after I was done with the phase 2 part of it, where I got to go outside and stuff. And I had to do while I was living there, but I got to go out and talk with another part of her thing of what do they call that? It's not. Oh, it's outpatient. That's what it is. So I had to do that while I was still living. But I got to talk. I had 2 people, and everything is just like, be honest, and let's deal with it like one step at a time here with these things. So it could be like, we might talk about these couple of things. So you break them down, we talk about them, and then they give me the advice, and then I gotta take it and use it just like anybody else does, you know.
Yeah. I mean, do you like do you ever just like kind of go off and do your own thing, or like go for like a walk, or you know, like some kind of stimulation with, like, you know, whether, I don't know what you're into. I play music and stuff, you know, so
Me too, yeah. Music, yeah.
I listen to music. It gets hard sometimes when you're in your feels, though, because a lot of music that you listen to, you don't really, you know, there's some stuff I don't listen to sometimes just because, and then there's sometimes you know, I want to feel something, so I got to put something on that'll help, you know, help me get it
Yeah.
out, you know.
Yeah.
But my number one thing is that no matter what you can think in your own mind, the grief that you deal with is yours, and nobody can ever tell you how to feel about it. You know, like there's people in the chat right now that have suffered loss too, and we all like hung out on my stream the other night, you know, and I sat there and cried and talked about a lot of stuff about my mom and everything, you know, and but I personally, and if people want to listen, fine. If they don't, oh well, you know, but when it comes down to it, you should never worry about anybody thinking that there's some time frame, you know, like you have to just get over the loss at some certain amount of time. It doesn't exist, you know. It's just how you live with it, you know. And sometimes I have good days and sometimes I have bad days, you know. The song I wrote.
I can deal with it, but I'll be look, you when you have something, it's like when you have something, you want to hold on to that, okay?
Yeah.
And obviously you can't hold on to somebody, you know, it doesn't matter if it's your parents, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, grandparents, but you get hit with one thing, you get hit with another thing. So I get what you're saying, but then on top of that, because of how everything is, like, look, the Philippines and America are great allies. They're friends, been friends since back to World War II.
Yeah.
And I still can't get her thing. She's got a passport, but she can't come the thing yet. But it's just like I can deal with that specific thing because I've dealt with it before. But it seems to get tougher as we get older. So, you know, it's what it is. Look, I can deal. I can go walk. Look, if I want, I get a whole bunch of, you know, at this airport, there's so much space here. I could literally walk from here if I wanted to, but I don't want to blow my foot out, man. So, but yeah, like there's plenty of walking where I live at. Believe that, plenty of walking.
When does your plane leave?
Not until 11 o'clock tonight. 11:10.
Oh.
It's what, 3:29 now. So about 7 hours, 30 minutes, 31 minutes. I just seen that you were on. So
Yeah, no.
Truth Warrior told me.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in to say hi and stuff.
Yeah.
This is like I'm getting used to this, you know, trying to manage
It's
the
fun.
fact that there's like other people in here right now too. I didn't even realize I had added people I added too. Like I got Jennifer from Thornbridge.
Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Truth.
Hi, Bruce. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sikorsky.
Hey. So I heard you.
Hey, everybody.
Oh yeah, who was that?
Hi, Truth Warrior.
Oh yeah, true. Man, so just a question I got for you. Are you going to be on the Adams stream tomorrow, Thornbridge, Jen?
Yes. Yeah, we try to do. Well, I mean, I'm not a guest. I'll be
Gotcha.
watching.
Yeah.
No, we try to end our show like hard stop on Wednesday night so that we can watch. Oh, did Bruce leave?
I don't know. Bruce, if you left, you can come
Oh,
back.
no, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh, here we go. Technical issues.
Yeah, it looks like Bruce dropped out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Jen.
Oh, can Sikorsky hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Sikorsky, you can hear both of us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear Jen.
That's the only thing about StreamYard.
Jen,
It's like when somebody
hear
drops
her?
out.
Yeah. Hold on a second. What happens if I remove myself?
I can't hear Sikorsky. I think we're going to have to drop out and come back in unless you can hear her.
I can hear her, but if you can't hear her, drop out and come back and see if that fixes it.
Yeah, I know. It's like when somebody drops out, sometimes
Then
it
the
kicks
next-
the sound out or
person.
something. Okay, I'll drop out and come back in.
It's strange. There's so many different problems between all these Streamlabs, StreamYard. That's what we've been fighting with all night tonight. So, yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
happens. I don't understand it, but if
Let
that
me try
works,
and
just go out and come back in.
Oh my god. Jaylene, can you hear me?
Jaylene,
Yep.
you can hear
Yep.
Sikorsky?
Can you hear me?
Awesome.
I hear you.
Well, but what is that? I need to know if everybody can hear me.
I hear you.
Okay. Okay. Are you studying still?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you.
Yay! Okay.
I was going to get in trouble.
They said Bruce lost signal.
Oh,
okay.
shoot. Okay. Hi,
I see him
Jaylene.
in the chat
Hi.
here. He says, sorry, I lost signal. So that's where he went.
Or Bruce. Well, Bruce, if you can hear me, I've been through Lost too, and Sikorsky was giving you totally solid information. And I think the hardest thing with a loss is that people think you're supposed to get over it.
Yeah.
I don't know that you get over it. I think you just get through it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I always say, picture yourself in a bowl of
That's right.
really hard caramel, and you're trying to, wade through the hard caramel. Sometimes it gets a little bit softer and you can get through it, but it still feels tough. You can't get over it. I think you just
That's a
get
good
through
way to
it.
put it. I've never heard it put that way.
And it's like sometimes I think you feel like it rears its ugly head again and it feels all brand new again from just, like Sikorsky said, sometimes it's just a song or a memory. And the next thing you know, you're a puddle on the floor again and you thought you were better.
Huh.
So
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm loving this, Sikorsky, for you.
There's definitely no handbook for grieving.
Very true. Can y'all hear me still?
I hear you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sikorsky can't hear
you're
me now.
muted.
Okay.
Sikorsky.
Yay!
You're
I don't
muted
know.
still. There you go.
I don't know if using headphones and talking to you guys and hearing you guys but not hearing myself is weird. So only reason I plugged my headphones in is because when Bruce was talking earlier, it was coming through my computer speakers audio and I couldn't tell if it was causing any kind of interference or anything like that. So
Try to
this
type
is-
now that you've put your headphones on.
Yeah, I was wondering what you guys were talking about. It must have been annoying. Is
Nope,
this?
it's still just as loud.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
crazy.
Yeah.
typing.
Yeah.
I know Bruce is like, what is that noise? And I'm like, it's her typing, but I couldn't say anything.
See, and what's funny is I was like, I wonder if I can go into my stupid YouTube and it probably won't even show. Oh yeah, it does.
At
There
the
we go.
bottom where your mic settings are, Sikorsky, where you mute and unmute, click on that
Yeah.
and go to the settings and see if you can do the echo cancellation and reduce mic background noise, and that should help.
It says echo cancellation is a reduced mic background noise.
Yeah,
Okay,
make
but
sure
am I
that's
supposed
checked.
to? Am I supposed to keep echo cancellation on too?
Yeah.
Oh, I can type on my phone too. I just saw it. I was like, oh, stupid
This is why I leave all
YouTube.
the technical stuff to Glenn.
Exactly. See, here's the thing: is a certain, somebody was helping me tonight. We were trying to make that happen, and she's been super awesome and patient and everything because I've been like we went through so much tonight. I think we started at like I don't even know what time it was. Truth.
What the heck?
Yeah, I think
We started about midnight,
yeah.
Get up here.
and it's 3:37 here.
Yeah.
What's happening, Jaylene? Are you okay?
My dog was scratching and I thought somebody was knocking at my door.
Like
that
where they're
didn't
like
sound like a
scratching,
normal
it's like
what the heck.
I'm
It
sure you'll
sounded
hear
like
mine do that
was
too if I
knocking
happen
at
to be
my
unmuted
door.
all the time.
Jaylene, you always have a habit of what the heck? And then it's like, I mean, the night she was laughing about Magic Mike,
Mhm.
I think we had like it was like a serious, not so kind of serious conversation going on Nikki's channel, and then Nikki got to Jaylene and she was laughing so hard. She's like, "Oh my god, I got to tell you guys, you got to go see Patriot Pride stream."
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, me and Truth were,
Are you in the chat, Julie?
huh?
Do you have a kid show going? Because apparently the people in the chat are hearing your kid's show going in the background.
No, it's
I
my
don't hear it,
son.
but they do.
I
It's
can
my
hear
son.
it too.
It's my son.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
your
buddy.
son is on. Hey, buddy.
so
Hello.
cute.
But oh my gosh, yeah, we played around with
My daughter's in the
different-
background too, but I've tried her to be quiet while I'm on stream.
yeah, no worries.
What
We
time
played
is it where y'all are at?
It's 3:41.
Yeah.
And your kids are up? Oh my gosh. I'm like, it's 2:40 in the morning here. What? Of course, I didn't go to bed till
Yeah, I've got a
4:30
night owl for a
close.
daughter.
Yeah, I mean,
It's summertime, so
the way
I
our
don't
schedule
enforce
is-
the rules every single night.
just Jaylene, you got a crush?
Who?
That's somebody's saying you got a crush.
She's like
I got a
that.
crush on you.
I don't know.
Oh, somebody's tattling. What's happening?
Somebody's
Please
saying
enlighten me.
Well, poor Danny D-Log was on my chat last night, and Glenn saw something that said, I have an important date or something. And he goes, oh, she's going on a date. We're like, have a great date. She was dying laughing so hard. She like wrote me a message. She goes, I've been married for like 30 something years. There was no date. The date was for watching your show. I was like, that's like, oh my gosh. He goes, but I was not on a date. I'm like, sometimes I feel like we misread what's in the chats. Maybe you don't have a crush. Maybe something else is happening. What's happening?
No, they're messing with her for sure.
Can they not hear us now?
No, they can definitely hear us. They're just
No,
You know,
I mean, Jaylene.
Oh, I hear you.
Oh,
no. You know what happens a lot of times I've noticed, Jen, is that when you like for me, my experience lately is that I've been in the chat, just like Nikki's song, like I started out in the chat, now I got my own show kind of thing, right? If if you're one of those people like me that's ever been like I hang around with Nanette, who's in the chat right now, and Inner Strength and Mr. Rooster and Julie Bug. Those are like my YouTube friends. And there's times where you'll be in, like I think we were in Patriot Pride stream the other night, and all of us were talking amongst ourselves, and then you're the streamer, and then you start looking at the comments and you're like, what? Oh, you guys are not even talking to me. You're talking to each other, It's
Well, like tonight, you go, what's happening? Who's modding
yeah,
for who?
yeah.
It was these two. They were offering to mod for me.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely take them up on that.
I'm so grateful. I didn't know how any of this worked. And I'm like, Glenn, I think we need mods. And he goes, what's a mod? I'm like, Landon at this point.
Yeah, it's a I used to have a good name for it. I can't think of it now.
Hall monitor.
Yeah, or your defensive, your offensive person or defensive, coordinator, basically.
I'm mod.
So your chat, it works really well right now. You've got a fast chat that goes through, but we all are kind of used to that, so we deal with that. But you haven't had major chaos yet, which is a good thing, and you've got a really good mod already. So I wasn't saying that you needed it right now or anything like that, but in the future, when you feel like you do need more moderators, that's why I offered to help you out with that. But
really
everything you get
appreciate it.
going right now is perfect. You guys are doing a really awesome job.
Thank you.
What do you
No,
got?
Major Rammer Jammer has R6, which has been
yeah.
so nice.
You
And
definitely
For
got-
sure.
I think we've
yeah.
only had like what, a couple trolls. I mean, and look, I don't care if people critique. I mean, that's part of having anything in life. You're going to have critiques, and I don't mind being
Right.
critiqued. I do mind people that are brutal. Like there's a critique, and then there's like, you sack.
Yeah.
I can't help
The
that.
other
I'm
night when the
sorry.
one person was in your chat saying that you guys were talking over each other, you are not talking over each other. So I don't know why they were even saying that, but no, you got to ignore comments like that because it doesn't matter. You're doing the
Well,
right thing and you're doing it well. So just keep on
Glenn is
at
like,
it.
we do talk over each other. He goes, it's because we've been friends for almost 30 years. And we're like, shut up, man. I have something to say.
Yeah.
So, I think part of
Well,
it's like,
it's not in a rude way at all. It's just the conversation, the way the conversation goes. You add to each other's sentences, which is, it works for y'all.
oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, Glenn always says, even Sikorsky, I mean, you're going to find this out because your channel's going to grow super fast because you're cool and people want to hang out with you. And
Huh.
I think it's hard because you want to pay attention to everything that everybody's saying in the chat. And then I mean, it's not to sit here and talk about the bad things. I mean, really, we've only had maybe 5 negative comments out of 5 episodes. I feel like that's really good. So there was somebody who was like, you're going to lose followers because you only call out certain comments and don't comment on all of them. And I'm like, literally, that's impossible. First of all,
There's no way you can comment on every single post that gets posted. There's no way.
Yeah, look at the interview room. I've watched Chris McDonough so many times, and even the people that pay super chats to him to get comments read, he struggles because he's got so many people asking questions, and it's almost kind of like,
well, he also stays focused too. He's not going to stop what he's saying to actually
Right.
read what's going on in the chat, because like everybody knows, there's usually about 7 different conversations at one time in the
Exactly.
chat. So it can get very confusing, and then you'll read something that you might not have seen the first part of that comment, and it'll confuse you on what they're meaning. So yeah, I wouldn't chase comments. Read the ones that you feel that you need to, but don't chase them for every single one.
Mm-hmm. It's like, Jen, like, another thing that sucks is like if you have like, like moderator like Rammer Jammer, he's good at I've seen him in other chats where he'll let people, say stuff and whatever, but when you start getting really disrespectful or whatever, but there's some mods you gotta like kind of watch out for. They I'm just gonna be honest. There's some mods out there that they almost kind of form like these cliques, and then they start,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
agree.
getting on people. Like, for instance, I've been in a chat before where I'm not going to call out names, but I've been in a chat before where I've been in there with other people I know, and we're not bad mouthing the stream or the streamer, but when we start talking amongst ourselves, next thing you know, like, our comments start getting deleted, and then the other people that are talking to each other are like, what, wait, what did you say? I didn't even see what you said, because the mod just deleted my comment because I'm not asking questions to, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I get it. If you hosting a show where you've got like 40 people watching you, and 30 of the people that are in there are not even paying attention to what you're doing. Okay, but do you really care that much at the same time? You know what I mean? Cuz when I just think, like, when it gets like almost like a power trip kind of thing, I guess is what I was going to say. Cuz me, in my opinion, like, I have Truth as my mod for sure, because she's like what you were saying earlier about, not being able to answer people's questions or stuff like that. The mods are
Right.
people too that'll help with that. You know what I mean? Because they'll be the one to, like, be reading stuff at the same time, and then they'll throw it out to you. They'll be like, "Hey Jen, so such and such is asking you this." You know what I mean? And they'll kind of help you out with that. Otherwise, I feel like as long as people aren't bullying each other or talking bad about another streamer, by name in the chat, then, I personally, my only rules that I want to have on my channel is that I just don't want people talking about politics and religion, like, just
Exactly.
because that can go way this way or way that way. You know what I mean? And I prefer to keep people just hanging out and just talking about, whatever. If it starts to kind of go down that route a little bit, then I try to, you know, kind of steer it the
Well,
other way, but,
that used to be a social rule.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
discuss politics or
yeah,
religion or
exactly,
money or money,
exactly.
but
Sikorsky,
Yes.
I'm gonna cause trouble when you're live.
Oh, yeah?
what happened?
What's wrong? Are you just saying you're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, did I make you a mod?
No.
Oh, dang. Maybe I should.
No. I can't cause trouble that way.
Can make everybody mods. That's what I should do. I should just make every single person a mod.
No. I want to be a mod.
I'm just kidding.
No, I like mods that like keep it classy, like y'all do, and I think there's a healthy, back and forth of opinions. But when you're, like you said, when you're bullying somebody, then it's just, I mean, why are you in here? Like,
Exactly.
if you don't like how we're doing things, you don't like what I've said to the point where you want to point out that you think I'm stupid, well, then there's chocolate and vanilla and Neapolitan. Choose a different flavor. So,
Yeah.
get out of my show then. I can't make everybody happy. And
Yeah.
I think part
And
of it's just getting used to, somebody said, well, you're going to have to get a thick skin. I'm like, I was a decor account on Instagram. You want to talk about brutal people in your comments. And then I had a farm. So we had animals and I, I had Charolais cattle and we had, a bunch of calves. And people were asking, why don't the moms let you get close to their babies? And somebody goes, they don't let you get close to their babies because they know you're going to kill them for beef.
oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like,
That's why
I don't know what's
I have
happening.
a farm too, and I don't post a lot. I do rescue, so I've got a ton of dogs. I don't. You've probably seen it in the chats where I've talked to other people about them, but I've got 8 parrots and 10 dogs and 7 cats and a million chickens, ducks, and geese and all the everything. So I have a whole life outside of YouTube too. You know what I mean? You can't be.
Right.
And for you guys that are actually doing your streams with the Nancy Guthrie stuff, you can't be involved in YouTube all day long and all night too. You have to have time to handle things at home.
That's
So
right. Well, I
yeah,
thought,
I'm sure
the
you
thing is,
understand that too because you guys put a lot into your stream, so it takes a lot of time.
yeah, I told Glenn, what the heck, we're retired. Now I've got a full-time job. What's happening?
I think it's great though.
Right? Yes,
You're
it does.
I think what is it, last night maybe or the night before? My days are running in together, but Jen, when Glenn said something about the Easter eggs in the background, like your little things that you're having like for each show. That's
Yes.
cool. That's so cool, man. Like seriously, that's super
Thank
cool.
you.
And then another thing you do is I sent you something or I tagged you in it today.
I am using it. I loved
Like
it.
that stuff is awesome that you do that too. Like we're having this like, super like intense
Oh,
discussion about all this stuff and then you got to like end it on like a positive note. You know what I mean? Like here, check this out, guys. We're going to close the show with this. I love that. That's great.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
seriously. Yeah.
I
It
appreciate that.
sucks
Yeah.
like people would be copying you if they stole that, you know what I mean? Cuz
I don't
you guys got that.
care.
And you guys have a
Some
great like your
What
house
was it? Because I
looks
missed it, I
amazing.
think.
Oh, she's
What
got
about the
like
Easter eggs?
so right behind where Glenn and her sit, how she's got some stuff sitting there. Like they have like a typewriter and they've got a couple other things.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
for each stream that she's been doing, she's got like something sitting like last night or the night before they had a little like a little white box truck, like a little thing that's kind of like what they were talking about because they were talking about this white van. And so Glenn was like, I didn't even notice that until like she
Oh,
said
yeah.
something. And so now each time she's gonna try to have something to put there. And then also when she closes the show, she's like, here's something I wanted to share with you. And it was like, a YouTube video of like some kids playing music and stuff. It was really cool.
Thank you. No,
Yeah, I saw
I
that
just feel
too. I
like,
didn't know about the Easter eggs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
well, like when we did the tips line, I put an old-fashioned phone back there, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I try to think
That's
about
really
little
cool.
details. But
Jen,
yes,
I have an idea of what you
Those
could put
things
in
matter,
the
though.
Easter eggs.
what?
Suppositories.
Oh God.
Jiminy
Oh God.
Christmas.
Oh my God.
Glenn,
Nobody's
I
gonna know
swear
what it
to
You're
is.
a
everything
fool.
holy.
Oh my goodness. Is that where that
Don't
started?
take any
Justine?
recommendations from us because we'll have some crazy, crazy things to give you.
No, you know what? That's actually a really good idea, and I like stuff like that because Glenn is so funny. He knows that sometimes I get overly passionate or angry about certain things, and just to clarify, I don't know. Somebody was talking about, well, if you can't stand her, I'm like, no, I like Jennifer Coffindeffer. I was very frustrated that she was an FBI agent and for literally almost a month kept saying, well, I just thought it was so weird. He was fumbling with the doorknob. I'm like, please, somebody show me where he touched the doorknob because I can see the doorknob and he hasn't touched it. So that was the only thing that frustrated me. And somebody was like, well, boy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, I'm not a detective. I'm not a psychologist. I just have followed this case so closely that I notice little things. And I was just frustrated hearing an FBI agent say he was touching the doorknob for almost a month. That was all. So I don't dislike her at all. I think sometimes you just get misread and I like details. I like seeing facts laid out in graphics, which I guess everybody else likes it too because we've been getting a lot of feedback on the
Me
graphics. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're great.
well, you guys are great and I appreciate all of you in our chat and Sikorsky, I'm loving this show and how you do things. And when you said like 2 episodes ago that you wanted it to be like we're sitting at the kitchen table or at the lunch table,
Yeah.
whatever you said,
Yeah.
together, I really felt like that,
Yeah, thanks.
So
That's how I feel because I've been going around and to be honest with you, when I first started, I think honestly the first channel I think I started watching, to be honest with you, was Dad's Gone Live. Just because he he just caught my eye and, was there. I was watching him and I liked his style. When he went back to California, I still watch him and stuff, but when he went back to California, I kind of started branching out into other people. But really and truly from him, it was I hopped over to Patriot Pride's channel, and it kind of started out where they had a call in, panel one night or whatever, and I think I just ended up telling them a story about my mom, and then it was like from that point on, people started recognizing my name in chat rooms and stuff like that, and people were giving me shout outs, and I was like, I have a
Well, because you're
YouTube channel,
hilarious.
but I've never done anything with it, so I just said, I've got all these, maybe I could just do what I'm doing now, how different could it be? But I wanted to have like a thing where, yes, we'll have things we'll talk about, and we'll talk about certain current events, this and that, but I also wanted to do something where it's like, okay, I know that, let's say I'm hypothetically, but like, okay, it's Wednesday, it's 6:30 in the afternoon, and I noticed that, Thornbridge is going to go on at like 8:30, or something like that. Let me go on live now, have a pre-show. You know what I mean? Like, hey guys, let's hang out for a little bit and just kind of shoot the shit. You know what I mean? And, but I mean, at the same time, I still plan on doing things with, even other streamers. I'm going to, like, for instance, Pretty Little Clues, like that channel, Justine. Me and Justine are working on
I love
a
Justine.
show. We're going to do a show, an episode. I don't know if it's going to be one episode or if it'll be more than one episode, but we're going to do an episode about Kurt Cobain. And we have, like, I've already got graphics and stuff too. Like the kind of stuff that you and Glenn have been doing on your show, and some of the stuff that even Patriot Pride does. Justine does that a lot. I love when she does like graphics, and
I need to watch her show. I don't know when is she normally on?
To be honest with you, I don't think she really has a regular kind of.
A lot of the time it's just in the daytime.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a schedule.
Yeah, and she's
Hey,
in.
Jen, I want to ask you real fast while I can jump in. Enter in the chat was asking what your channel or your decor business. How can they find you on there?
I'm sorry, I wasn't watching the chat.
No, it's okay, because she texted me. She texted me too, and I've been sitting here like, oh crap, I need to ask you this. So yeah,
So it was Thornbridge, or it is Thornbridge Hill Estate on Instagram. So at one point, I had over 50,000 followers, and then
oh wow.
I was actually approached by some lady that like emailed me and said, would you like to be in a magazine? I thought it was bogus. And it turns out she was actually a writer. And we ended up being in 2 national magazines for our house. So it was like super nice, cool. Our house in Texas. And so it was about, we had like the coolest experience. We decided to move out of the city in Texas and move to the country. My friends thought I was flipping nuts. And I was like, guys, this is kind of who I am. I said, look, I may wear lipstick and clothes, but my mom used to get so mad at me because I would be up in trees in a dress. She was like, why do you wear dresses if you're going to climb trees? And, and my grandpa used to laugh at me, and he was like, when I was like, I still remember this, when I was like 7, he goes, Jennifer, why do you have scabs all over your knees? One day you're going to really want nice knees. I'm like, who needs nice knees? I was just always a tomboy, and the country's just where I wanted to raise my boys. And we were living in an area in Texas that was kind of hoity-toity, and it wasn't that when we moved in, and then it became that. And so my kids, one of their friends came up to me and said, and this is elementary school, their friends' moms was like, I heard your kids do chores. Like, how do you do that? Do you pay them? And I'm like, what? I looked at my husband afterwards and I go, that's it. We're moving to the country. They're going to have real chores. They're going to shovel poo. Where this is like, no. So we moved out to the country, and we ended up finding this place that we were only the second owners of. The original people settled it in the 1800s. And ironically, they came from Missouri, which was kind of weird that we ended up here. And then we just we lived in this little house and we loved it. And then we decided, well, we're builders and designers. Let's build something else. And it was kind of like a blessing and a curse being on a property you didn't have to do permits on. So we just started building. And we just over time built a barn and built these other things. And yeah, it was like crazy. So, and then we built another house on it. And then we rented out the house that we were living in first as an Airbnb. And that took off. And then I told Glenn that I wanted a place where I could paint and do art. And that turned into a little chapel that ended up having somebody call me and said, can I use it for a wedding? And I'm like, it's not a wedding venue. And I said, and she goes, well, it's only just a couple of us. Well, I didn't know that she was this major YouTuber or something. And it ended up going like viral or something. So then I had everybody asking if they could do weddings. It was like the weirdest thing on the planet that was nothing that turned into something. And then do you know who Cody Jinks is? Do you guys know who Cody Jinks is?
Mm-mm.
He's a country music star. So anyway, he filmed this video on our property. It was like the crazy. And then I had Jill Wagner contact me. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She's on the Hallmark, and now she's doing stuff with Taylor Sheridan. So then I ended up having Hallmark people contact me, and then we had them filming out at our place. It was like this insane thing. It just went bananas. So it went from nothing to something. So some people knew us as Jennifer from Thornbridge. And so that's why I was like, well, I guess if we're going to start a YouTube account, maybe we'll just call it Thornbridge X. But it's going to be unfiltered because I just talk. So as you can see. So yeah, so that's my decor account. And I mean, people are just brutal. I don't care what you have. And I've kind of grown a thick skin from that because it's like, how do you have white sofas? Your poor children, your poor dogs. I bet they can never go on there. And I'm like, they do all the time, and it's nasty, and it's called OxyClean, folks.
Yeah, clean it up. Actually clean your house, and then you would know.
So I don't care about stuff like that, though. It's like, look, for the most part, like we were talking about the other night, and of course you're going to figure this out when your channel blows up. It's that for every 500 awesome comments you get, you're going to get one that blows your mind. And then you're going to realize that you can't focus on the one negative. You need to focus on the 500 positive. So that's anybody that has a channel. So I try to remind myself that when I'm a people pleaser. So when people say that they think I did this wrong or that wrong, I'm like, well, shoot, how can I improve, But you can't make everybody happy all of the time. So
I'm going to open up a store.
All right.
Why? Hookers and jerky.
Where is it? I was trying to figure out how to put that on the screen. I thought I could do an overlay where it says hookers and jerky, but I don't know if it's working.
Am I missing something? What just happened?
He's in the chat.
Yeah.
They're talking about hookers and jerky in there. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So I was trying to listen to what excuse me, sorry, I'm clearing my throat. I was trying to listen to what Jen was saying a little bit earlier, and then I started looking over and I was reading Rooster was talking to Inner Strength and I think Julie Bug, and I was all up in their conversation, and I said the last thing I remember seeing was he said something about his 100-year-old grandpa or something, and then he said basically they got him a hooker or something. Nuff said, because he couldn't talk about it because it was too whatever. and I didn't know. And then he was also talking about jerky earlier, which I didn't know he was talking about jerky. I thought he was talking about something else. And so I was just like, okay.
Lord.
You guys are talking about
we're going to take pictures at Jen's house.
No, I don't have that house anymore.
But I will say that Truth told me to tell you that she worked at one called Third and Main.
Oh, I feel like I've heard that.
I don't know about that stuff. You guys know about that more than I do.
Yeah,
but
who did you say said to say that?
In her
What's
strength,
that?
she sent me a text.
Not sure because. What about 6 inches? What? Oh, Biden was 6 inches taller. I thought we were back to hookers and jerky. I'm like, what's happening?
Wait, what?
I don't know. I finally turned on the chat. I'm like, apparently I'm missing stuff. The chat is getting X-rated, is Nanette said. And is that
Mr. Rooster
Duquesne?
said he took his grandpa to Vegas. They got a hooker.
Yeah, he was saying something about his grandpa, I think. I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm playing around with the overlays, and I don't know if it lets me actually type what I want it to say or not.
Uh-oh.
I just love that I can hear your typing.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
No, I can tell that you're a very good typist.
I have to be for my job. See, it's not doing it. It just keeps saying welcome. It doesn't say what I'm typing it. That's so stupid. I wonder if that's like a
Oh, Truth Warrior left.
She said
She said she's lagging too
bad.
bad.
yeah, she'll be back. She probably has bad internet right now. Yeah, like
Somebody said something about thunderstorms or something, so maybe I don't know if that affects it.
I mean, I was dealing with that earlier today, and she's definitely probably getting some of the same weather I had. Being down here in Florida, that's another thing that I'm not going to miss moving back up to Virginia, because I can tell you, I know that, they deal with hurricanes up there too, but when I first moved here in 2004, I went through 4 hurricanes, like in like a month or something like that. It was crazy. And it's not something that I want to deal with much longer. So
My friend lived in the Keys, and she said it was like a
oof.
freaking nightmare.
Yeah, my friend lived down there too during, I can't remember which one it was, but it was a bad one for sure. And a bunch of people, what sucked is that my friend left, him and his wife, they sat in all that crazy long traffic leaving Key West. And then they got to his mom's house, who lived in Orlando. And as soon as they got to his mom's house, his mom lost power and didn't have power for like 3 weeks. So it was just
Oh
like,
my
oh my God,
gosh.
it was miserable. And meanwhile, his neighbor who stayed in Key West was like, yeah, I got power, man. I'm sitting here drinking a margarita or something. It was just like, oh God. But you never know. It's seriously like rolling the dice,
So, Jaylene, where are you?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oof.
Okay, so you guys are even later than me. It's 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, we're all night owls.
I know, I hate it.
Yeah, but eventually, I mean, you're gonna have like a whole crew. You guys have such good, like your camera's great, your audio's great, your like demeanor, like your rapport with you and Glenn are great. Because you guys aren't just like both. Like the thing I like about you guys is y'all are real. You're not just like, oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know, honey. You know what I mean? Like y'all can actually disagree, on stream in front of us, and I love that. You know what I mean? They're real, like, and it's cool how you kind of started out too, as like calling in, because I'm pretty sure I actually might have been watching when you called in on that one stream that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, it's funny because my son, Landon, he's just, Preston's like me. He's a chatty Cathy. Well, whatever you call it, a boy that's chatty. And then Landon's more quiet, like Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
And Glenn and I met, my best friend in high school, Jason. We'd been friends for years, and he came back from, I think he was in law school at the time or something, and he was like, hey, let's go out, let's grab some beers, let's go watch the game. And I was like, great. I go, who's all coming? Because it's always me, I'm the only girl. And it was like, 3 other guys. And he's like, okay, well, Matt, and whatever. And he lists off all the guys that are coming. And he goes, and is it okay if I bring my friend Glenn? I go, what am I, your mother? I mean, you don't have to ask my permission. Bring whoever you want. He's like, okay, you're going to love Glenn. He's hilarious. He was in college with my brother. And I was like, okay. And he had like 3 older brothers. So anyway, or 2 older brothers. Anyway, so Glenn shows up to the bar and Jason and I are talking. We're watching the game. And then he called me like the next day. He goes, isn't Glenn fun? And I was like, he didn't talk. Like the whole night, he didn't talk. So that's the joke, is that he goes, I don't have a chance to talk with you and Jason. So we were friends for like 3 years. We ended up being friends for 3 years and then started dating. And so now I look back and I'm like, Landon is the same way. He's kind of quiet. You have to get to know him, and he's freaking hilarious. So now here we are, like, in our 50s. And our friends all used to call us Monica and Chandler. It's like the friends that ended up, becoming a couple. And then our son goes, Monica, who's Monica and Chandler? You guys are the freaking Costanzas. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, good Lord, for this Costanza. He goes, you guys constantly fight. You're always yelling at each other. But he's joking because they're always just bickering, like funny bickering. But it cracked me up. I'm like, how the hell did we go from Chandler and Monica to the freaking Costanzas? So I appreciate it that you understand our banter. Yes. It's funny.
It's great. It's like I don't know. I like like I've watched the Interview Room quite a bit. I can't watch them all the way through sometimes because those guys, they kind of get to talking on their own kind of things, you know what I mean? But for the most part I watch it. But when he's got him and Karen, I think, they've got a great rapport too, but it's just a little bit different in my opinion watching you and Glenn. It's more like, um I don't know. I just like it. I like you guys a lot, and I think y'all are going to grow a lot too because especially with like I think it was I don't know if it was you or who it was, but somebody had brought it up the other night like, what are we going to start talking about, and like I know definitely like Justine brought it up recently on her channel because she's getting burned out because she's been doing so much about a certain angle that she takes where she really thinks that there's some upper involvement in this case. And I personally, I can believe that, but at the same time I still struggle to connect the dots a lot. But it's a lot easier, in my opinion. No offense to Richard, because I think he's a very smart, intelligent individual. But I still struggle with that part of it, And I think that if you watch some of Justine's shows, and you go and you watch it'll make you go, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, I mean, just the photo alone where she enhanced the one photo where the guy, it's just a still shot. And for the longest time, everybody's wondered, like, what has he got on him? Why can't we see his face? And I never really worried about it that much because I just assumed, well, the quality sucks. It's all grainy and you can't hardly see anything in some of that. But then she enhanced it in something and lightened it up and did something with it to the point where if you look at it, it looks like the guy's wearing a hat and he's kind of just looking down a little bit. And it's like, I can't unsee it now. That's all I can see now is guys wearing a hat. And then last night, it's totally off subject to Justine, but last night on Nikki's, I don't know who brought it on, but Adam was on there, and I can't remember her screen name befuddles me right now, but it's Michelle is in her. It's something Michelle, and she was on, and they were all freaking out because they were watching the clip over and over again of the guy coming to the door, you know, messing with the camera. And when he turns around, they were focusing on this one spot on the tile where I watched it like 3 or 4 times over and over again with him. I don't know if Truth's around right now, but it's pretty darn creepy how you can pretty much see a light kind of shining out from the inside.
Look.
And there's a shadow moving by, and it's not the shadow from the guy at all. It's somebody on the inside.
You know what? Alicia came on at the end of our show and was showing us that. And I had never seen that before. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to take more time and look at it. I mean, here's the thing. I know I went into, whose chat was it right after I was on Patriot with Richard? Oh, gosh. Oh, you know who it was? It was Sleuth Intuition. And I just saw it completely blowing up about having to get out of there. Couldn't watch it. I mean, do people really believe this? I mean, it was just like, wow, it like exploded. And I looked at Glenn and I was like, you know, here's the thing. I appreciated being invited. It wasn't my show, and I appreciated being on there. And I mean, boy, Mike and Adam have been amazing to us, and a lot of you have come from their show, and I can't, you know, thank everybody enough for the support. But I think with any of these theories, it's just that it's a theory, and I don't think that it's something that we can say definitively is a farce or false. I think I appreciate listening to everybody's ideas and thoughts. It's like somebody sent us a bunch of videos and pictures, and they're like, "Do you see it? Do you see it in the green?" And I'm like, I feel like I'm looking at those pictures from the 90s, and somebody was like, "It's called pointillism." I'm like, yeah, whatever that was. It was a bunch of dots, but if you stare at it in the right spot, all of a sudden you can see this picture. And I had friends who were like, "Don't you see it? There's a tree there." And I'm like, dude, I see a bunch of dots. No, I don't see it. So I'm
Yeah.
watching these videos and I'm like, I don't see the car. I don't see all of that. And so listening to Richard and talking about the codes and all of that, do I have proof that all of that means nothing? No, I don't have proof that it means something either.
Yeah.
And I just, maybe, at the end, Richard's right. Maybe his family was involved. I don't see anything pointing that way. And that doesn't mean that it's not true. I just don't see it. For me, I have to focus on where the raids have been, where the investigation has gone publicly. But now we're hearing from Nanos that there were several other people arrested for ransom notes. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, none of us have seen that. So does that mean it's not true? I don't know. I think that, there's probably a heck of a lot of stuff behind the scenes
Mom,
that
help.
none of us have seen.
Oh.
You okay, Jaylene? I think, like you're saying, I think it's because me personally, everything is so interesting. There's all these different, like you said, there's different theories and angles and everything, but I still have just, number one, a hard time with the fact that I guess we do have to realize that there's nothing that we're going to be able to know definitively until they decide that it's done. Like that. I still truthfully, what I believe is, even though we're being told that they don't have anything and they're waiting on the DNA and all this stuff, I just find that so hard to believe that that's really just it. I think there is just so much more that they're not letting the cards out because they're working on an investigation. And maybe, yes, there's a lot of things that we can sit here and say, like, the sheriff has totally, not made himself look good and, this and that, but nobody wants to say it. But I don't think a lot of people have made themselves look good, but I don't think they necessarily have to, I feel like just regardless though, like, I mean, he's in the public eye, so I don't think he should have been talking to people as much as he has. I think he should have just had like those PIO people or whatever they are handle it, you know, and talk to us, just like the family should have people doing it. But there's something off subject. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat. There's something that Rooster said a second ago that totally, when you were talking about the Richard stuff, I want to know who taught him how to read this side. You know what I mean? Like who or
He
who,
said his
where?
parents did. And
Okay, I
apparently
missed that.
he has grown up looking at all these ciphers. And the problem with some of it is, according to Adam, he feels like a lot of stuff he said can be proven. And, but there were things that were interesting. And I don't like to use the word bizarre, but like the Pan Am flight and some other stuff. It's like somebody said it in the chat. So what you're telling me is the person that's in prison for that was wrongfully imprisoned. So there were certain things that I just don't think are verifiable. But again, you know, there's people that think the Clintons had something to do with Nancy disappearing. There's people that think a lot of things about Nancy disappearing that seem far-fetched to me, but I'm not going to say that because there's been certain cases that I've watched in the past that I'm like, what? No. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh dear God, like it was true, you know? So I don't think any of us, because we're not in the investigation part of it, can definitively say anything at this point. And, you know, if you guys watched our show where I was nervous as hell with Brian's my brother-in-law, and he's, you know, retired 25 years homicide. And
Oh, I
he
watched that.
said, okay, and he said, Jennifer, what are you trying to ask me? And I said, I mean, I spent like an hour with him at a graduation before we even asked him to come on our show. And I said, okay, there's this, and this. And I was trying to pick out the most important things that I felt like he would be able to go, well, I don't have enough, or this is what direction I would go. And he just kept telling me, he goes, I don't understand. Why are you confused? And I said, because they said they've cleared the family and there's been polygraphs and people keep saying they think the family are involved. And I don't know that I think the family are involved now because of this. And he goes, do you know how many times we told people they passed a polygraph when they didn't? Do you know how many times I went on camera for the news in Kansas City and said that these people are cleared, they're not involved, and they absolutely were a person of interest? And I went, what?
Yeah,
And I, you know, and he said, oh, all the time. He said, look, here's the deal. The DA is the one that is who is focused on the case and where it's going, and what we can definitively say is a suspect. And if they don't have enough, we can't arrest them, because we can only arrest them when there's enough to prosecute them. I said, so what you're saying is, you know, and again, this is in my opinion, this is speculative, this is
yeah.
not, you know, entertainment purposes only, folks.
Hmm.
If one of these people that was investigated multiple times and said they were so and so was cleared, you're saying that they could still be on the radar? And he goes, absolutely. He said, I brought a case, and he told me this one was pretty heavy duty, and it was, you know, one of those quote unquote heater cases, high profile. He said that he had, like, he goes, it was thick, it was like a binder full. And said, look, we've got him, we're going to go nab him. And the DA said, it's not enough. And he said, what do you mean it's not enough? I've spent months on this. This is what we've got. And they're like, it's not enough, because we've got to be, this is what the defense attorney is going to say. And this is what the defense attorney is going to say. And he said, she literally shredded it apart in about 5 minutes. And so I went, oh my God. And he goes, no, he said, the only person that can clear anybody in investigation is the DA. I said, what? I thought that was the police. And he goes, no, the DA. If the DA says they're cleared, that's it. So I don't know. It's just been very interesting to me, because I think 1 minute I think I've taken somebody off the proverbial board of, you know, possibilities. And the next thing I know, I'm slapping them back on. So
Well, I think what you're saying, I'm pretty sure, like, okay, was it last night, maybe when you were on, or the night before, and you guys were showing a certain somebody that's already been detained, kind of, in a way?
Well, I mean, it's all public. It's
Well,
all
the
public
guy,
knowledge.
the
Yeah.
guy that was okay. So Carlos, basically,
Right.
allegedly, blah blah blah, whatever I have to say on stream. But I was kind of saying that too. I mean, I I know just from my own experience too of like just enough. I mean, I'm not trying to put Florida up on some kind of whatever, but there's tons of crap that happens over here. All right, like tons, and there's been plenty of times where they've had somebody and they've just like you said, let them go for a time being until they can, hold them for, whatever. And I mean, I'm not trying to say it's a little coincidental, but the eyes definitely do look like the eyes. And the tattoos he's got on his arm right there. I mean, a lot of people were trying to figure out like that one shot of the hand that had something right there, and I don't know. I mean, it was a little strange, and even the other guy, it wasn't even just him. There was another guy who was it, the like Luke Daly or whatever, that guy.
Right.
I mean, every time they show that one, the image that Patriot Pride has on a lot of their thumbnails, I mean, I can't help but say like, well, that looks just like Luke Daly, like, I mean, what's to say that, like you said, what's to say that there's not somebody already, or even Kalela, like he might know something, and that's why they've got him in the rehab the way they do.
Well,
I
think,
don't know.
like Mr. Rooster saying, I mean, I now have the chat on so I can see a little bit of it. I think the problem is there's a lot of people that have those eyes. There's a lot of people that have those eyelashes that are male, and when you're in Tucson, where a large percentage of the population is Hispanic men have beautiful eyes with beautiful eyelashes. It's like,
Yeah.
and people are like, it looks like a woman. And I'm like, well, or a Hispanic male with great eyelashes. And then
Yeah.
it's like, well, but there's a tattoo. Do you know how many people have tattoos on their wrists?
I got a tattoo on my arm, but
So, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people that look like a lot of people, and sometimes the power of suggestion is extremely strong. And so you show a picture and say, this is the person, and everybody wants to go, yes, it's the person to the stake, and the
Yeah.
next thing you know, we're in the witch trials again. So it's like, what? Let's all calm down. But I don't know. I think there's so much that's hard about this. That's why I don't mind going down certain rabbit holes, but I also like to stick to what we've been given as fact. Now, when I say fact, like his attorney said, Sikorsky, that attorney said he's been cleared to a certain point.
right.
And I'm like, what does that freaking mean? And then I asked Brian about that too. I'm like, how long do you guys keep 911 records sealed? How long do you keep an arrest warrant sealed? There were so many questions I had for him, and he goes, literally until somebody's arrested. I'm like, really?
Oh,
But
yeah.
what about, I feel like, so then I was asking my sister, because she's like a true crime lover. And I said, what about with like Koberger and all of that? Didn't they release those 911 calls? And she goes, no, he was arrested. It was way past that. And I said, oh, I thought that they did. So then I guess it depends on the state. It depends on the DA. And then I've heard other people say, no, there's in other cases, it was not intentional. It was leaked. So I don't know. So I feel like maybe too much was leaked in the beginning, and now they've just got this thing locked down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jalen,
No,
what do you think? You're being so freaking quiet.
Shh.
Oh, I'm listening.
She's
Are you like Glenn? I can't get a word in edgewise.
No. Carolina said that everybody looks like the porch guy, and I said, I do not.
No, I personally have never thought I've never thought that it was a woman though. I mean, it could be. but I
Me
just never
neither.
thought that. And the reason that I don't think that, it has nothing to do with the features or any of that. It's when you watched them, whatever, turn around, and the way they're walking, the way their legs are kind of, it just reminds me of somebody I know that, and not personally, but it reminds me of somebody that I've like, like a guy that's kind of like tired, or acting like they don't really want to, they're like, oh, let me just grab, you know what I mean? Like that's what it kind of seemed like, almost like kind of how like some people in the beginning were like, is this guy like high or something? Like, why is he acting like this? And it's like, I mean, number one, I can't stand every single time people are like, oh, he's going for the doorknob. He's not going for the doorknob. You can clearly see the doorknob. He's not going for the doorknob. He's going for the freaking camera. When they first were talking about the way his hand, what's wrong with his hand? Why is he, because there's a light shining at him and he's cupping his hand like that to block that light and to pop that camera off. That's what he was doing. Why did he kept it? Why did he keep his hand like that? I don't know. Like, people were trying to say, oh, he's got an injury. Maybe his arm's messed up, this and that. Like, honestly, and we could sit here and say, well, he's not very smart because this and that. Well, say what you will, but we haven't figured it out. Nobody knows who it is. So
Yeah, he's laughing all the way to the bank at this point.
exactly,
They were pretty daggone smart because they got away with it this far.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
what I'm
Jamie.
saying.
Yep.
Everybody can say whatever they want about, oh, the sheriff is, doesn't know what he's doing and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But I still say that, like you were saying earlier about Brian Kohlberger, like they told us straight up that they didn't have anything, nothing. And I was really holding like strong faith for this case that because they were telling us they had nothing and all they had was that minuscule little DNA, that it was okay. They had, I think it was like 40 something days or something like that from the moment that those kids, because that's what they are. They were kids. Were
Yeah.
taken like that. Because I don't want to get strikes for saying what I really want to say, when they were brutally taken out of this world. That guy left wherever he went, did whatever he did, and then the authorities were able to identify him by the minuscule amount of DNA that was left on a knife sheath that he left at the scene. And say what you will about, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that case is done now. Like he pleaded guilty or whatever, which in a way sucks because a lot of people probably want to know really and truly, like, number one, did he really do it by himself? And number two, why? Like, I mean, we could sit here and say, well, he's just look at his background and look at, oh, he's, maybe he's got narcissist tendencies and sociopathic tendencies and all this other kind of crap. But why them? Like, what's the connection? Is it just completely random? Because that's the part I have a hard time, and I don't think that for them to have all that crazy.
Are you talking about Koberger?
Yeah.
Are you talking? Oh, well,
Yeah.
they already said that he was like focused on those girls. I can't think of their names.
There's got to be like a
Condalvas or
connection somewhere.
yeah,
though.
he'd been like trying to, I think, reach out to them and had been stalking their Facebook pages and like chat, or he was kind of looking at them for a long time, is from what I understand. But regardless, it's like a lot of that stuff they still may be kind of quiet about because he didn't have to go through a case, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A court case.
Yeah.
So I think some of that stuff, the family was kind of pissed off about a lot of it being released, and some of it they wanted to be out in the public. It's just, the whole thing was so horrific. But I feel like with the Nancy Guthrie thing, I'm seeing some people in the chat. It's like, I think we're all just mad because, I don't know. I'm not going to
Yeah.
make an assumption on somebody else. I personally get very frustrated when I feel like there's a desperation that's being put out into the media, right? Desperation
Mm.
from Savannah, a desperation from Pima County. And when I say desperation, it's like, we need your help. You know, it's like I picture that old campaign for "We want you." You know, it's like
Yeah.
we need your help for with what? You won't give us a car. You won't give us a place to look. There's people that the Cajun Navy or whatever division of it, I think some people said, no, it's not Cajun Navy, it's Cajun whatever. Well, whoever those people were, they were willing to come out with dogs, horses, divers, all these,
Drones.
yes, all
Mm.
these people that were willing to search in, February when it was still cool enough and not, cook your goose. And yet they said, nope, we're good. I- and it's like I have to go back with a lot of people. I have to agree with you. I want to give this family grace, but I remember Lacey Peterson when she went missing, and I was pregnant at the time, so it kind of hit close to home for me. And I'm like,
Hmm.
her family was on TV every second they could get, and were watching every aspect, and please, and had their daughter's face buttons on them, and then I'm like, we don't see any of that. So I don't know. It makes me sad. It makes me mad. Somebody said she was America's grandma. I'm like, yes. Who does this to an 84-year-old woman? And I'm sorry that I can't. The one thing I have taken off the table for me, and there's not a lot that I've taken off the table, but for me, I don't feel like this was random. I 100% feel this was targeted. I don't think this was a robbery gone wrong. I don't think she was targeted for her things. I think she was targeted for herself. I do feel that I'm in Dr. Bricato's camp. I do feel like this was an elimination, and but it sickens me to death trying to figure out who would want to do that. I think automatically, statistically, it points to the family. Well, I think a lot of us feel like I don't know anymore. So if it's not the family, then who the heck would want her gone? And I did tell Dr. Bricado one time on a show. It's been months ago now. He was on Josh's, and he goes, "Well, what do you think? What is your theory? If it's not the family, what is your theory?" And I said, "Well, the only thing that I would even make somewhat logical sense to me, and it's not logical. How do you rationalize something that's not rational, right?" But I do feel like her show, Savannah, when she did the expose, and I don't watch the Today Show anymore, so I hadn't seen it. So when she went missing, they're like, "Oh, well, Savannah did an expose in November." I'm like, "What expose?" So I went and watched it, and I was like, what if there was somebody really psychotic weird, like in her old sorority, or her old law school class, or worked with her in Tucson at the NBC station, and was like, that B got the job that I was supposed to have. I just I don't know. I thought maybe it reared an ugly head in somebody that just literally lost their minds. And somebody, when I said that to somebody before Dr. Bricado, they were like, "Really?" I go, "Really? Did you think an astronaut would drive, you know, hundreds of miles in a diaper to go to go eliminate somebody? Neither did I, but it happened." So I feel like it's possible that something really bizarre like that happened. And so when I proposed that theory to Dr. Bricado, he got really quiet, and he goes, "That's really interesting." And he said, "Now I'm intrigued." And I said, "So you think that that's interesting?" And he goes, "I don't know. That's an interesting theory." So then I got off of the show. That was it. The next day, he was on the interview room, and Glenn and I were watching it. And he goes, "So I have another theory. What if it was somebody that either knew Savannah?" He literally said my theory. And Glenn goes, "Oh my gosh, he just said your theory."
Mhm.
But of course he didn't say it was mine. But I thought it was kind of cool that he kind of entertained the thought. So I don't know. I just think that there's some interesting theories out there, and I think that's the problem, is that there's too many because we don't have enough information.
I think that I struggle with, I definitely don't think it was random. I agree with you 100% on that. I definitely, I don't know, like there's a part of me that I say this all the time. I always come back to it. I feel like I'm kind of on the same page with Adam about, family thing. And I've said it so many times. I think it could be, people don't want to assume when you say family could be involved that it's like automatically means that, somebody intentionally in the family unalived Nancy. And that's not what I'm saying. I think that there's a strong possibility that regardless, families involved one way or the other. It could be a simple thing as far as like, oh crap, we got Patriot Pride on here. I think it could be as simple as as an argument or something, over something that was private
Hey,
that we're not maybe going to find out about. Maybe who knows? But even if there's not directly, I still think no matter what, somebody in the family knows more than obviously what we know, and they know more than what we're supposed to, like the portrayal and Savannah getting on the air and crying and all that. I believe those tears are real, but I think that she's having to hold on to some information right now because maybe she's even been told by the authorities, don't say this and don't say that because this is where we're at in the case.
100%. I agree.
And at the same time, I still think that somebody should be like, hey, you should probably have at least one, appearance a week, at least a week, to kind of, for your own PR purposes. But maybe they don't care. Maybe she does. Maybe she could seriously give a flying F to the American public for what we think or how we judge how they're handling the situation. Adam, what's up?
What up? How are you?
Good, man. It's my
I'm so
first.
proud of you.
All right. I've got a lot of help
This is
tonight
awesome.
from Truth Warrior. She's the best. I got to thank her a lot. She went through a lot of crap with me tonight to try to get, a streaming thing going to make it legit,
Well, it's definitely legit. And so I'm so proud of you. You guys did a great job. And what a great community. Everybody's here to help one another. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
What's up, Jayleen? What's up, Jennifer?
You're going to have to let me play a song for you here in a second that I made it was like just for fun. I did it earlier this afternoon, and I got a bunch of the streamers' names and I just threw it into this little song real quick. If you don't mind, I'll play it real quick for you. All
Sure.
right.
And I do want to say, I heard the one about your mom, and what a great song.
Oh, thanks, man.
Unbelievable song. So
yeah, there's two of them. The first one that I did, it was more like a country kind of feel with a guy singing, and Fat Redile went on my channel and he listened to it, and then I had no idea, but it was one night you had left a little bit early on Cap Kevman's stream, and I was about to leave too, and then Kevin was like, hold on a second. Fat Redile called him on his cell phone privately and said he had the song he had made for me and asked if they could play it live. And so I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm so glad I turned my camera off and muted myself, because the first time I heard it, I can't help. I seriously, I started crying because it was so good. It was just, yeah, he did an outstanding job.
that's awesome.
But yeah.
The music is awesome, and the chat's going X-rated again. What's happening? Just Aileen, what's happening?
Oh,
I did
wow.
not do it.
Talk about hookers and
Dang.
jerky earlier. You guys missed it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, okay. Jaylene.
I guess
So
I'm late to the party.
Isn't it like that song? It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see here.
Good Lord. Yeah, you're joining basically a pajama party. What the heck are you doing up?
Let's go.
Oh,
I never sleep.
Oh my
He's
God.
always.
I
Okay.
swear to God, Adam needs like major props, y'all, because I don't know if anybody in here. I know there's a bunch of people in here that have channels. Seriously, I am literally bowing down to all of you, and this is no joke. Like seriously, it is no joke. And I'm like, does Mike help you? And he was like, he comes and visits. I'm like, seriously, Adam, I don't know how you do it because Glenn is like running behind the scenes. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the graphics. So I'm going to do the research. And then he's researching. And then we're email. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a full-time job. And we've only got like not even a quarter of as many people as you do. So, and all you mods, I seriously don't know how you do it. And turn your computer screens off and go, that was awesome. Because some of these people are brutal. So, I mean, and I swear to God, they're like, you're out of here. You're out of here. It's like,
That's why I like Patriot Pride's channel. Whenever he's got like a whole bunch of people in there, occasionally you'll see him like he'll kind of stop and be like, all right, just real quick, guys. You know, if there's anybody in the just kick them out. Just kick them out. Like he don't even pay attention to it. You know, and like that's what I like about his channel is like, you know, he'll let people say what they need to get, you know, speak your mind and all that. But when you start just getting really, you know, just bullying people or being inappropriate or bad mouthing other streamers in the chat, there's just no time for that, you know?
no, because like you said, there's constructive criticism and then there's just why.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's so awful, why are you here? You know,
Well,
how didn't they say there's like how many hundreds of thousands of YouTube channels like a day or something get uploaded? It's something insane. And I'm like, move on, folks. There's plenty of channels. You know? You have to hear her song though,
yeah.
Adam. It's
Here.
awesome.
All right, here, I'm gonna play it real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it real, keep it real. Keep it real, keep it real. Patriot pride, keep it real on the live. Nikki's unjust stories, truth in the drive. Lab investigates, got the facts in the bag. Pretty little clues, every detail in the tag. Criminal network, yeah, we spot the disguise. Dye juice spilling, no glaze in the lies. Gym survival, still standing through the night. 857 Tucson, shining in the fight. We don't fake, we don't fold. We speak up, we hold gold. One by one, let it ring. Every streamer got a thing. Keep it real, keep it real. Fellow streamers, that's the deal. Patriot pride, stand up tall. We don't break, we don't fall. Keep it real, say it loud, let them feel. Don't bring Jackson, filtered raw. Keeping truth at the core. Cap man with the steady front row. JLR in the comments making Nick grow. She be got the spark when the room gets cold. Drunk turkey talking, but the truth still bold. On Brent Jackson filtered, never dressed up. If the story gets muddy, we clear it up. Side by side, we've been building that trust. No smoke, no gloss, just facts in the dust. We don't switch, we don't bend. From the first post to the end. If they ask who we are, real ones never fall. Keep it real, fellow streamers, that's the deal. Patriot pride, stand up tall. We don't break, we don't fall. Keep it real, say it loud, let them feel. Throwing Bridge X unfiltered raw. Keeping truth at the core. From the chat to the mic, we bring the whole scene light. Every name, every lane, still the same on the stride. Nicky Mav and Gems too. Cap man staying true. JLR should be in the frame. Drunk turkey, say the name. Keep it real. Fellow streamers, that's the deal. Patriot pride, stand up tall. We don't break, we don't fall. Keep it real, say it loud, let them feel. Throwing bridge checks, unfiltered raw. Keeping truth at the core.
Yeah, that's a cool song. I like that a lot. That's pretty sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Fat
thanks,
Readout
man.
did it.
No, I did that.
You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Good job.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
did that,
really
and
good.
then it was funny because I did that, and then everybody that was in my chat earlier, they were kind of like, there was a couple people that were like, "Hey, you didn't put me in the song," and I was like, "Well, you guys aren't like, y'all don't. I mean, some of the people in the chat have some channels, but like not like streamers, like really, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying y'all aren't streamers, you know what I mean?
It
Just
didn't
like
matter.
like the chat members, So, real quick, it's called. I kind of did it because of Rooster and Major Rammer Jammer. They're always using the, I've got your six kind of terminology whenever we're in the chats together. So I did.
Yes.
This is kind of funny. Hold on.
Just Jaylene in the chat, still holding it down. True warriors, big facts, never folding for clout. In the strength, keep it real when the storm roll through. Mr. Rooster up early, got a whole crew brew. Major Rammer Jammer, that name hit loud. Julie Bug throw love like a flag in the crowd. Carolina Carla with the plan in the heart. Blue cat stay loyal, never drift, never part. We got each other's six. Yep, we move like this. One call, one click, and the whole room lit. Got each other's six. Got each other's six.
That's pretty sick, Sikorsky.
Yeah.
You did a good job on that. I didn't know. So you do stuff like this, huh?
Yeah, I do stuff like this all the time.
That's awesome. Good
She's
job.
spinning on the weekends.
I see that. I see
Spending
that.
on the weekends.
That's really
No,
good.
I
No,
just-
really good stuff.
Yeah, thanks, man. I was just messing around, like when I to be honest with you, being a musician and stuff, I've got like had my own opinions on, AI music and all that, but it's fun, I've sent like the first song I ever did when I wrote about my mom. I like, wrote down some stuff and then I said I want to have like this kind of feel. So I did that, and I didn't want a female singer. I wanted it to be a guy because I have a friend that's got a country band, and I kind of wanted him to sing it, But when I started playing around in this program, which is Suno, I mean, honestly, it's no offense to Fat Rito because he makes some really awesome stuff, but a lot of like literally you could download this program, right now. It's for the most part it's free if you want to do like extra stuff. Hey, Dirty Diana, Dee Dee, what's up in the house?
Dirty Diana.
Oh, bubble.
Sorry.
But I gotta make another song now because I'm gonna have to add Dirty Diana in
They
there.
want
Make a
you to
song
play
about her.
Murder Mystery.
But it's fun, I don't know. I like it.
Mhm.
No, you did a really good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
It's
man.
awesome.
Appreciate it. I'm hoping maybe one day
Just come out.
either Fat Rita will make me a song for my stream, or I'll just make one for myself.
Yeah, I'm sure he will if you ask him.
Bubbles is
He's a cool
inviting
guy,
you
really cool guy.
to Murder Mystery too.
But anyway, I just wanted to jump on for a second, show you some love.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. You give me some love. I love it. It's great. I thought you were gonna be on later or something, or earlier this morning, like 1 or something like that. But I guess then you guys are gonna be on tonight though, at like 10 or something.
Yeah, we're on tonight at 10 Eastern Standard tonight.
They were on at 1. They were hiding.
Oh, hiding. Private
No.
stream.
We were, something like that. No, we were over with Miss Nikki, and we had some people that were together last night. That one thing kind of led to another thing, and we got in some deep rabbit holes and found out some pretty interesting and cool stuff. And so we just wanted to reconvene again tonight to kind of go over what I'm going to cover tomorrow night, and then I'm going to have a panel where those guys will come up and kind of go over what all we discovered. So we discovered some pretty interesting stuff. And again, could be nothing, but it could be something. So
That's
very
exciting.
interesting. I'm really excited about tomorrow night. It'll blow your mind, really. I think nobody's covered this that I know of, so it's going to be pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay. I just wish y'all would do your streams around, when I get off work.
No, when you get off,
I gotta wash my hair tomorrow night.
well, wash it early.
I gotta pet the dog.
Yeah, whatever. Like I said, you better be there.
Oh, we'll be there. I'll be there with
What
bells
time do you
on.
get off work, Sikorsky?
On the weekdays, I work from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Oh.
I'm trying to get that changed when I get up to Virginia, and hopefully they'll be able to give me a different shift because, but on the weekends it's not that bad because I get off at like 4 and 5, but my days off are weird. I have Mondays and Thursdays off, so
Oh yeah, I gotta shave my legs.
oh my god,
Better do all that early before 10 p.m.
you gotta clip your toenails too.
Okay, we can't talk about the shaving legs thing or anything. One of my friends was so funny. She had like a sign making business, and she goes, "Don't be gross, shave your legs." She sent me a sign that said that because she was like, she goes, "I don't understand. So you think that that's weird that people don't shave their legs all the time?" I go, "Yes, gross. Shave your freaking legs." And so we got into this whole debate on women that don't shave their legs during the winter, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about it. I'm gonna start throwing up. Like I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. Don't do it. I don't want to hear about it. And so, and look, I know it's a personal preference for some people. I personally cannot stand feeling hair on my legs. So anyway, she thought it was so freaking funny. She sent me a freaking sign. Be gross.
That's pretty
Shave your
funny.
legs.
So my I'm not gonna lie, my mom sometimes when she used to get ready for work in the mornings, like when she was still in the Navy, and
Yes.
I was like hanging out in her bed, like watching like cartoons and stuff, she would be like doing everything super fast, and then all of a sudden she'd like she would dry shave like that, and I was like, wow, as I got older, I realized like I don't know what kind of system my mom had going on, but dry shaving is not. Have you ever
No.
like you probably never done this, but I will tell anybody that's watching.
Are you
wanna
asking
try-
Adam or me?
No, I'm going to tell you anybody that's
It's funny. I don't like hair either, so I
any,
don't have a lot of hair.
wow, he probably take care of it like a man should, though. That's okay. But what I was going to say is, if anybody in here that's watching even has ever made the mistake of dry shaving and then going to the beach and getting in the water, it's the
Oh,
worst,
no,
absolute
no.
worst. You will be. Everybody's going to look at you and be like, "Dang, what happened to your legs? You got stung by a jellyfish or something?" I mean, it's bad.
And then inner strength is going to a next level here. Oh my gosh. This is so hilarious. Gosh, maybe Glenn and I need to start coming on at 1 a.m. and just have the fun crew.
You can have
time.
the late night streams.
This is when the fun starts. You
the
guys,
after dark. Yeah.
you guys should have been in Nikki's a little while ago. It was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I catch hers like afterwards sometimes, but I haven't watched. I need to figure out I need to have like a calendar on when everybody goes on. But then, like they were telling me that Justine, Pretty Little Clues, she sometimes comes on during the day. And guys, lately I'm just trying to make it, and now my
Yeah.
schedule's off. That I'm freaking up at 4 a.m. What
Yep.
is happening?
Welcome to you too, Jen.
I mean,
Hey
that's.
Jen, can you grab me a water? Exactly.
I kind of wish there was a way that, like that stupid song I made.
That is my husband texting in the chat. Can you grab me a water? Are you freaking kidding me?
That stupid song I made earlier about all the different, Patriot, Criminal Network, and you and everybody else. I kind of almost wish there was YouTube had actual like channels like how like
You want a TV guide? You
yes, exactly. I need a TV guide, and everybody's got their own time slots and days that they do this, but it's too hard to do that. I mean, everybody's got their lives too, everybody that streams, this isn't the only thing that some of us do, some of us, it
Wait a
is the
minute.
only
Inner
thing.
No,
Strength
it's not.
just blew my mind. They have an app for that.
Psh,
What?
my
Tell me
God.
the name of the app. This is when I feel like a boomer. It's
For
so
shaving?
embarrassing sometimes.
They have an app for shaving.
Yeah, I
Is
know,
that what
right?
I think it's
I'm lost. She's gonna
perhaps
have
a
to.
business deal idea.
Mm.
Oh, interesting. That
Yes.
isn't it. Yeah, Sikorsky. There you go.
I
Business
mean,
idea.
I've been trying to kind of, it would be nice if I would never want to be like the main producer or person, but oh yeah, it's YouTube. Haha. But you know what I mean? Like there's obviously everybody's got their own channel, but if there was like a network of everybody, like okay, Patriot and Criminal Network and the Juice and you know what I mean? Like there's like a network of everybody, but
Oh,
it's
you
just
mean like we're
it's
under
kind of hard.
a certain
Yeah,
umbrella?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
okay.
But it's too hard to do it like that, because you have to all be in agreement, and everybody's life has to work out just right, and it just doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
the only reason that, well, it's not the only reason, but one of the main reasons that I'm on right now is because me and Truth Warrior were, trying to hammer this, get this. It's not even StreamYard's fault necessarily. It's just I have,
Yes, Julie Bug, YouTube
I've got
After
my,
Dark Cool Kids.
I got my Google account, but it's got like multiple. I had another YouTube name and stuff that I had to just completely delete. And
Oh,
thank God she's been like my IT person behind the scenes, because there was a couple of times where I went to go like delete and she'd be like, no, don't delete that. And just, oh man, but we could not, we were trying to get Streamlabs working earlier, and it just kept it just wouldn't work for us. It kept messing up on us. So
I don't think that's you. I think some of this stuff is super glitchy because last night when we went live, we had it set up where we could do Facebook at the same time live.
mhm, mhm.
And it went live on Facebook and not on YouTube. So I literally got through like the whole entrance, intro part where I start talking and Glenn like slaps me on the thigh and he goes, "Stop talking. It's not
Yeah,
working."
yeah.
And he goes,
And
"But now I've got to click out of Facebook and I can't do it because it won't let me re-enter YouTube." So some of that stuff I don't think is you. I think it's just these systems make it sound like they've got it all figured out, and I think they're glitchier than we realize. So
and
I don't think it's your fault.
to be honest with you, like I originally, like I've been wanting to, at some point when I have more time that I can actually dedicate to focusing on how to do this and how to do that, in between trying to work and also pack my stuff up. Did you guys just lose me?
No, I'm here.
I'm
That's
here.
weird. I lost somebody.
Jaylene?
I'll never let go.
I think she muted herself. That's what it is.
Oh.
So basically, man, that was a lot of noise, Jaylene. I was thinking it was just me. But what I was gonna say is I want to dedicate some time to actually learn OBS myself, because
Good luck.
yeah. But the reason I say that is because it's supposedly, it's, I guess, in a like me, since I'm a musician, I think OBS is more like the streaming version of, like Pro Tools basically. And then like StreamYard and Streamlabs is more kind of like a different kind of software, like Fruity Loops or,
Well, I
something
think
like
it depends on like where your expertise is. Like our son Landon was like, "You guys need OBS," and I go, and then he starts talking, and I went, "Okay, no, I'm out. Like you
yeah.
lost me. You lost me at
It's
OBS and everything
tough.
after that."
It's tough.
Yeah.
I love it because we can stream in 4K. but Jennifer and Glenn stream in 4K, but they use it's a Mac, I guess you'd say, based program, and I
Mhm.
don't have a Mac. But I know OBS is free. StreamYard can be very expensive to
Mhm.
go up to. I think it only goes up to like 1080p. So you got to kind of outweigh what you want. And we wanted to go with the best quality we could get, and that's why I go with OBS. But it is difficult to have a panel with OBS, so I still have to use StreamYard for my panels, and then once the panel's over with, I go back to OBS. So it's kind of crazy.
Gotcha. See, I feel like I can handle StreamYard. It's been so far. I think I'm doing all right. Uh, I do have a Mac, which is what I'm using right now. So I might have to get with you, Jen, on the backside and figure
That's a
out what.
Glenn question, but I think it's called
Okay.
Ecamm. It's
Okay.
Ecamm Live, I think,
Yeah,
Glenn.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's listening like in the other room, which is why he asked me to get him a water. He's being funny. He thinks it's
Cause
hilarious every time. He tells my sister every morning, you're interrupting. Jennifer was supposed to get my coffee. So he thinks it's hilarious.
see, in my camera, I got a new camera because I mean
Yeah,
I
see, he
I
said
could
Ecamm is listening.
okay.
So
And
I
it's
could
I don't
go
mean to
ahead.
cut you off, but
No,
Dee Dee
yeah.
was asking. It's Ecamm, ECAMM, Ecamm
Okay.
for Mac.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, like the camera
Inner
that's
strength,
built
do
in.
not tell him that. He's going to get a big head. He's not hysterical. Stop.
My my camera built in on my MacBook though is it's my camera on my phone is better than my MacBook camera, but I bought like a Logitech like Brio, I think is what it's called. And it's not the 4K one, it's like 1080 but I planned on getting a 4K one, but I was going to wait till I actually had some kind of better software, and I'm glad. I mean, I've
It
heard
looks
Adam talk
it, it
about
looks
OBS,
great.
but
I don't mean to cut you
you
off,
know,
but it looks great. The quality looks great.
yeah, it's all right, I guess. I mean,
No, it looks
yeah,
really clear.
Yeah,
It
it
really
does.
does.
It does. Yeah.
And like
it's hard
Mr.
for me to
Rooster said,
tell.
there's a lot of YouTube videos, stuff on there that'll help you set things up. The other thing that's been kind of useful too that we did, or I'm not taking credit for this. This is Glenn. He figured out that you can even take a picture of your set with and then put it into chat, and chat will tell you your lighting's off here, you need this, this, and this, and it's like crazy how it knows
Mhm.
some of that. So that helps because if you're not a lighting expert, it's hard to figure out where the lighting should go for certain things, you know.
Hmm.
But we're not trying to be too technical here, but we just didn't want it to look like,
No. No. I
a
mean,
asterisk asterisk.
yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, I think it was like somebody the other night was talking about I can't remember who excuse me, I can't remember who it was, but um oh no, it was Cap Kevman. He was talking about I was on his stream one night and I was talking about how, I'm glad I have, I've gone from having in one Jaylene, what are you doing?
I don't
She's
hear
always
anything.
she's always causing trouble, man. Seeing your stuff in the private chat.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh
Is she
I
shaving
was
her
in
legs?
I was on Adam's stream one night and Adam said I came on and I was kind of talking and he was like, yeah, and I made a comment about my channel and stuff. And he was like, how many subscribers you got? And I kind of laughed, I was like, "Psh, I got like 12 or something like that. And he totally blasted me and was like, everybody go subscribe to Sikorsky. And I went from having like 11 subscribers to like, I think like 100 or something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, and then just in the past couple of whatever, it started going up. And I mentioned something about it in Kevin's stream the other night. And he was like, well, be careful because, don't do what I did. And I was like, well, what you mean? Oh, we lost Thornbridge. He said he made the mistake. Well, not really mistake, but, double-edged sword of going in JLR's, and JLR said with, go subscribe to Kevin. And he said that it kind of overwhelmed him, because now he's got like because all of a sudden you go from having this many to, this many, and you're, you kind of got this like, all right, now I got to do something, and it's like, I'm happy with the amount of people that I have. If people want to watch me, that's cool. If they don't, that's cool too. I don't really care because I'm still going, and on my downtime, I'm going over and watching Patriot Pride, or I'm going over and watching Thornbridge, or, like all these other channels too. Nikki.
Patriot Pride invited us to the cool kids table, and then shared us with his cool friends, and now they're following us. So I'm telling you, Sikorsky, you're gonna blow up. I love this, what you're doing, and I think everybody feels, extreme. Glenn, I am not telling them about this. Stop.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
That is great.
Okay, you know
Glenn
what?
is
One
the
of you
best.
mods, kick him out.
Glenn
Kick
is
him
the
out.
best, guys.
Oh wait, he's in the room.
Yes, it's money for Nada. This freaking smart butt.
Sweaty balls.
Somebody kick him out.
Sweaty.
Life is on.
He says that Karen.
Oh,
He thinks that Karen he loves them, but he was like, "Have you ever noticed that she sounds like sweaty balls?"
and they have to
And from the SNL skit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. On the interview room.
That's awesome.
I'm like, Glenn, swear to God. You're
Listen,
gonna get
guys.
us canceled, Glenn. You're gonna get us canceled.
Hey,
No,
Glenn. Glenn, I have a suppository for you.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Glenn. She wants us to make that an Easter egg. Stop.
You gonna put that somewhere behind you guys?
Good Lord, have mercy.
That's
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
This is beautiful. Anyway, listen, guys, it's 5:12 a.m. here, so I love you guys. I just wanted to come on and say hello for a second. I'm proud of you, Sikorsky. You're doing great.
Love you too, man. Thank
Jaylene,
you.
it's great to see you. Jen and Glenn, it's always great to see you guys. So I'm so proud of everybody.
Thank you for being so awesome and supporting all of us and connecting all of us. I mean, these ladies are pretty awesome. And I
Yes.
can't believe people are talking about wake up duties. And I just looked at my phone and it's 4:13. And is that
know.
orange juice in your cup or something else?
Man, I think it's something else.
Good Lord, have mercy. Well,
All right,
I hope you
guys.
add some orange juice to it.
All right, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night, okay?
Good
night.
night.
Good night,
See you
Adam.
tomorrow night.
All right,
Or
see you guys.
tonight.
Yeah, 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard.
All
Will
right.
do.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Inner strength. Asking where's
Can y'all
everybody?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Mhm.
you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear anybody.
Oh no. Yep, it's every time. It's like you said, everybody's man.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? People see me now. Hear me
Can you hear
now.
me now?
Hello. Bum, 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 bum. It's got to be that every time, when someone drops off, then whoever was last in line, I guess, gets.
Well, now I'm becoming a pro at it. And thank you, Truth Warrior, for the tech support in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
You guys are awesome. And what did I miss? What did Mr. Rooster say?
Oh, what did he say? I don't know. Oh, we were just going back. Inner Strength was asking if if she was in timeout or something, because she was like, I only see 2 people in the chat, but yet there's 25 people watching. What's going on? I don't know. Maybe they're just not chatting.
Maybe
Because
they fell
I'll beat
asleep.
StreamYard up.
Do what? Are you messing StreamYard up?
Truth Warrior said, I wonder why StreamYard only does that to Jen and never Jaylene. I said, because I'll beat StreamYard up.
Oh,
But no, seriously, why? And it
Why is
doesn't
that?
matter whose chat I'm on. One time I was on the interview room when he did it with Josh and them. And so Bob and everybody was on there. All of a sudden, somebody left, and all I could hear was Bob. I could hear him breathing. I couldn't hear anybody else. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I was afraid to leave. Like maybe it was going to, snap me back in, but no. So Anyway,
Were you on? No offense to Christian, if you're watching, were you on Nikki's stream? I think it was maybe the other night when maybe Jaylene, you might have been on there too. It was a bunch of us, and like um, Patriot Pride was on, I was on, and Christian was on the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and he was quiet for a while, and everybody was kind of talking, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, like, oh my god, it scared the crap out of everybody. Like me and Adam, like somebody started talking and he was talking, and then a little bit after that, Adam was like, I'm still trying to calm down from being, like pins and needles, you know what I mean? Like hot flash. It scared the crap out of me. And I was just like typing people in the chat, like I'm still recovering from Christian's volume. And, when you're silent like that for so long, just hanging out in the back corner.
well, I've watched people that have been on like really late at night, and people have been like, "Oh my gosh, I fell asleep mid sentence. What just happened?" So it's like, I think this late. I mean, it's freaking 4 a.m. I need to get some sleep too. I had like 4 hours of sleep last night. I was like wired after we went live, and then people were so nice. They were sending us emails and all this other stuff. So I'm like, I did that even with my decor account. If somebody made a comment, I responded. And I would go into these other decor accounts and people were like, they never respond. Why do you respond? And I'm like, well, because if I write on somebody's page, I would want somebody to respond to me. So I try to respond to all of them. So
yeah, I always try to respond to all my comments and stuff lately. Like I'm pretty sure I responded to yours, and everybody, like Jim was really, really sweet and nice about some stuff he said. And then when he had his live today, he was really talking about me a lot in his live, and I thought that was really awesome. He's really, really nice guy. I feel like, and he's one of my mods too, by the way. He's probably sleeping
Jim
right now. Yeah.
I love his sweet dog. You can tell he's got such a good heart. And Truth Warrior, thank you. I think you're a gem. I think everybody here is awesome. Jaylene, you're freaking hilarious, by the way. So.
Dude, one of my favorite things about Jaylene is when occasionally when you see her in some chats, and like I was talking earlier, occasionally you kind of get some people that get a little bit too click happy on deleting people or, whatever. We're just joking around, bantering with each other. Nobody's saying anything bad about, if you're up or whatever. It's just, but all of a sudden here comes just Jaylene in big caps, delete me, block me, kick me. You know what I mean? Like she's just throwing them out there like that. And I'm just dying laughing because like the mods don't know what to do. They're like, am I supposed to delete her? And it's just so friggin' funny. I love when she does that.
Well, especially if you don't know the personalities, then it's like, is this a troll? Like what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. No, she's definitely not a troll. But if you want her to be a troll, she'll be your troll any time of day.
Please be my resident troll.
Sick her after the trolls. That's the best, know.
Yvonne just came back to life. She said she was doing laundry. Hi, Yvonne.
Oh, you know how bad JLR his chat is?
Oh, that is like that is unfiltered to like the 10th degree.
Yeah. I can get that chat to stop being nasty, slow down, and talk calm.
Are you a mod for him?
No.
Just in the chat?
I don't think JLR has mods. Right? He doesn't have mods.
You know what? That is extremely impressive. I'm bowing down to you right now because his chat is something else.
Oh yeah. It's I think it was Justine, I think, told me that she's like, I can't go in JLR's chat. It's too much. Like you'll get annihilated if you're not careful.
Truth Warrior was asking, we're talking about JLR's chat, and Jaylene just said that she's got a superpower and somehow makes his chat behave, which I'm pretty sure that would go down into the miracle of all miracles. That's awesome.
He's got mods.
Ask Needy. She's seen it.
I can't believe that he's got mods. I guess like yeah, like she's saying, she says he has mods. He just doesn't. He tells them to,
He
I
has
guess
mods.
that's what Truth Warrior just said.
No, he don't have mods.
Really? That's what she's
Mm-mm.
saying. She says he does have mods just in case, but they tells them not to use their abilities.
Well, then why would you have a mod?
I don't know.
Look.
Maybe
Read Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana. I really want to sing the song, but I won't. I already did kind of. OMG, yes. It goes in there freaking swinging. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've never seen a mod when I've watched his lives. I mean, it's literally like a freaking
everybody's
Wild Wild
arguing
West
now about whether or
brawl.
not he has mods or not. Now we got people. He has mods. No, he doesn't have mods. He's got mods.
No, I had that chat so calm. Like
my
they
favorite.
were being really nasty the one day, and I went in there and I went off on everybody, and I was getting them to be
Jalen's
nice.
in the chat.
Oh yeah. When they see me, they all say hi to me now. But the whole chat stopped and they slowed down and was all nice and everything, and they're like, it is so funny that you could do that.
Wait a minute. Truth Warrior just said she knows him in person. Are you serious? So I'm just so curious because it was funny. I'm going to admit something, and only the people in this chat are going to know this. So my sister is like a major YouTube watcher, and my sister and I are only 17 months apart. We're super close. We talk a million times a day. And this whole thing went down with Nancy Guthrie. I had just had major surgery. I was laid up for 6 weeks. And literally, she went missing at the time this happened. Like, I had just gotten out of the hospital. She went missing. So my sister's like, well, if you're so obsessed with this, like, go watch YouTube. I go, what the hell is on YouTube? She goes, live streamers. I go, what? She goes, yeah, look up JLR. He goes, all this stuff. So he's literally the first person that I watched. And I was watching his chat, and I'm like, this is insane. Like, I've never seen anything like this. And it's like I couldn't figure the guy out. One chat I'm in thinks he's the devil incarnate. Then the next channel I'm in, they're practically worshiping him. I can't figure it out. So I'm like, this guy has the most followers that are so diverse. It's insanity. So I have to know, what is he really like in person? Is she going to tell us?
I have now. I'm sorry. I have to keep muting myself because I was typing. So
I don't care if you type, Sikorsky.
Just give me a second here because I'm working on something real quick, and it's
Don't
gonna be
want me to answer that.
It's gonna be for just Jaylene. Just give me just 1 second. I'm muting the wrong person. Sorry about that.
I have never seen a mod in there.
Well, did you see what she said, though? It's only for, like, terrible comments.
Emergencies and that.
The silence. It's the sound of silence. Interesting.
Hold on, guys. Talk amongst yourselves for just a minute. I got to finish something.
No, you have to say it correctly.
What?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, here's a topic to discuss. The Peloponnesian War was neither Poly nor Polynesian. Discuss.
Oh,
thank you. Jaylene, are you too young to know what we just did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear God. I heard that laugh like, that's hilarious. What are we talking about? It's Mike Myers as Linda. You have to go look it up.
Okay.
I'm cool.
Discuss. I'm verklempt. We're on coffee talk. Oh, she is a baby. It's embarrassing.
I'm 46.
Well, then somebody didn't raise you right. I can't help that.
Oh.
No, Mike Myers. You
Boom.
have to Google
She
it.
got me on that one.
Google it. Mike Myers as a Linda. Coffee talk. It's hilarious. He actually, in fact, you should look up the one where he went and he was an audience member with Barbara Streisand when she was performing. And he always talks, oh, Barbara, I love my Barbara. So she got him on stage. Oh my gosh, Mike Myers is the best.
When did you see the one where where Madonna showed up? It was like
Yes.
him
Yes.
and Roseanne and then Madonna, and they were like, ah! And like maybe it was Barbara that ends up walking out too. I think they were all just freaking out. It was so funny because they weren't expecting it.
I almost used it as my my feel good thing at the end, and Glenn was like, nobody's gonna get it. We're too old now. And then Jaylene just proved it. Mic drop. Don't, oh my God, Glenn's gonna be like, told you so, told you so, told you, told you, told you so.
Mic drop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, why does it take so long? It takes too long to process sometimes. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But I got a song. Here we go.
Not
It's
that
for
Michael
just
Myers.
Jaylene. Yeah, Mike. Have you seen Mike Myers lately?
No.
I think it's catching up to him too.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Truth Warrior, you don't know who he is either?
Okay, Austin Powers.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Mike
who he
Myers.
is.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
Oh,
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna have to.
He
Why is it
did?
taking so long? What? He did what?
I don't know. Reed, I'm not going to say it out loud, Mr. Rooster. We were talking about Mike Myers being Linda, whatever her, I can't remember his character's
I
name
don't know. I never heard that.
on SNL, and he played Linda from New Jersey, and we, I can't talk about certain things. It makes me verklempt. I'm gonna need a moment.
Yeah.
And he says, "Talk amongst yourselves."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh.
It's too
Okay.
much. He's hilarious.
Okay. I got the song ready. Here we go. Let's see here. Jaylene, this is for
yeah.
you. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Are you serious, Mike Myers?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. We got each other's six.
Wait, I don't think this is it.
Yeah. 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 Just Jaylene on the line. Truth warrior holding the spine. In the strength when the doubt get loud. Mr. Rooster, make the whole room proud.
Nope.
Man, that's everybody.
Devon, yes, and Living Color, loved it.
I messed up, guys. Sorry. Hold on. Darn it. It wasn't supposed to be like that.
Wasn't that the one? Wasn't in Living Color where he? What was that guy's character with the big lips? And it was the woman. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Shanae.
Shanae.
No, wait,
Oh,
no.
wait,
That was no. That's sorry. That's
No, that was Martin.
Martin.
Oh, yeah, the Wayans brothers.
Yes.
Was it Wanda?
Devon, yes, I loved it.
Wanda?
DeWanda. That was it.
Maybe. It was
Okay.
Yeah.
The lips.
Oh, well, I mean, I missed what's his I think it was Damon Wayans, the Homie Don't Play That. That one. He was dressed
Inner
up like a
strength.
clown.
We are not old. We're just seasoned.
Good Lord. God, you guys, hold on a second here.
Yeah, Mom, you're
Martin.
not old. You're just...
Martin.
Let me see if I can redo this. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry. Jen.
Yeah, what?
Oh, can you hear Jaylene?
Uh-oh, what happened?
Hello?
Oh, yeah, she's there.
Okay, she was talking to you.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
You want to know what my daughter told me tonight?
What?
She goes, Mom, were you, when you were a little kid, were you alive when the dinosaurs were here?
Mom, you're
That's
so
cute.
old. The dinosaurs can't even surpass you.
Dude, somebody clip that. We
You're
need that as
grounded.
like a sound bite. We need that. The dinosaurs can't even surpass you. We need that. Somebody.
That's funny.
Oh gosh.
Well,
All
I
right.
like when my kids used to say, you know, in the olden days when you were alive, I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Of course, this was when they were little. They
Mhm.
don't say that now. They just get smacked.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right.
I
And
never smacked my kids.
I get back in the caveman years when you were little, Mom.
Not
Uh,
even the cavemen can surpass you.
well, I mean, I guess you realize that we didn't have call waiting.
You unk. Oh,
We had no call waiting. I used to be able to find my mother by following the cord through the house.
no.
So yeah,
Mhm.
I guess we
You're
did,
past.
or I did. I'm gonna be
You're ultra
53. So
53. You don't look it.
plus.
oh, thank you.
Our internet's
I
spoiled.
appreciate your nice lies, but thanks.
Jaylene, tell your child that if they want to hear a song I just put on about you, here it comes. Ready?
Yeah.
Mr. Rooster, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Us, Jaylene, she clocked in. JLR chat, she locked in. Fast scroll wild talk, she still calm in the crossfire. Keeps it real, keeps it kosher. One wrong word, she exposure. Rude boy tried to get slick, she cut through like a switchblade. Karen start with the side eye. She don't fold, she don't backslide. Whole room loud, shot flying. She the one that keeps the peace high. Behave hits like a drum strike. Then the thread get right real nice. If they push, she push back. If they pop, she hound that no mess in the group chat. She keep that lane straight. Jaylee swing in the chat. Jaylee swing in the chat. Keep it clean, keep it sharp. She don't let the rude boys bark. Jaylee swing in the chat. Jaylee swing in the chat. Musley, she on it fast. She know how they can't get past. Yo, trap moving like a rush hour. She got nerve, got hush power. One emoji, one hard stare, and the whole room knows she there. Try spam with the cheap shots. She erased them clean, one drop shot. Flex with the fake grin. She expose it, then the truth win. Keep it peace, keep in order. Like a line drawn in the border. Not here with the quick snap. Now the whole thread breathe back. Bad vibes, get the red card. She a baddie with a head start. When the muds miss one, she don't miss none. When the tone turn ugly, she say done. Jelly swing in the chat. Jelly swing in the chat. Keep it clean, keep it sharp. She don't let the rude boys bar.
I like it.
Jelly swing in the chat. Jelly swing in the chat. Muds late. She on it fast. She know all they can't get past.
That's weird.
Jesus wearing Jesus shoes? What? Jesus shoes we all did. I like it.
That was good.
It's
I'll
just
say
for
it's
fun.
100 out of 10.
No, but those
Yeah,
are really
that's good.
nice. I mean, it's so amazing what you can do now.
You have no idea. Like some of it, I mean, what you guys need to do is go to Fat. Well, I don't know if he has it on his channel yet. He told me he was going to try to put it on his channel, but Fat Redial took, I don't know if you guys remember, but when Savannah, I think it's from, it might even be on her Instagram or something, which made a post she made, but she's talking about Easter and stuff like that. And whether or not, God would know what it felt like for her, like losing her mom and all this stuff. And
Mhm.
but it's verbatim. All he did was he took all the words she said verbatim, and he just dumped it into this program. and it spit out this really awesome like rap song. I hear Glenn. It was, you guys got to check it out. Like, ask him or something next time you see him in your chat. Tell him you want to hear the Easter song, and it'll blow your mind because it's literally Savannah. It's words, but it sounds like something you would hear on the radio. Like, it's amazing. It's like,
There's
wow.
so many talented people in the world. It's crazy.
There
He
is.
said it was going on Spotify and all. Huh.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm telling
Truth
you.
Warrior saying. And Truth Warrior is 35 years old. What is happening? You're really young.
I did not know that. Might have to change some things. I'm just kidding. I mean, I get told too. I mean, I'm 45 years old, and
You do not look 45.
I do if you get up
That's-
close.
Stop. No. Your camera's very good. I can see everything, and you do not look 45.
The camera's very good. Yeah, I mean, I worked when I worked at the music store. There was a guy that he was like, I don't know. I think he was like 26 or 27, something like that.
Inner strength. You are not old. Stop. It's like, jeez.
It was his last day. He would just finish his 2 weeks, and he was about to leave, and we were standing at the front counter talking about something, and I don't know how it got brought up, but he started wigging out when he found out I was 40 at the time. I just turned 40, and he was like, "What? You're 40? Are you freaking kidding me?" And I was like, yeah, no, why?" And he was like, "You're old enough to be my mom," and I was just like,
Oh, that's always such a nice compliment.
thanks. You know what I mean? I was like, thanks, bro. Like, old enough to be your mom. But I mean, to be fair, I kind of started like, oh my gosh, because one of my old roommates was, I think he was 20, and his mom came. She drove up from Miami to like, celebrate his birthday and stuff. And she knocked on the door, and I answered the door, and she was like, "Hey," and I was kind of like, "Hey," and then I was like, "Hold on a second," because I didn't know who she was. I shut the door and I went and I was like, "I think somebody's girlfriend's here," or something like that. You know what I mean? And he was like, "Huh?" And he went to the door and he's like, "Dude, this is my mom." And I was like, "Sorry, I don't know." And then I found out later on she was the same age as me. And I was like, holy crap, I was like, yeah, I guess I could have a kid. I could be 40 and have a 20-year-old son. You know what I mean? That's completely normal. But I was just like, yeah, no, I would have never known. I don't, when I look at people, I don't see age anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously, if it's somebody that looks like, Michael Douglas or, somebody that's, no offense to Michael Douglas, but you know what I mean? Like, you see the person, you could tell they're old,
Well, some people have, genetics is one thing, but then there's some people that have great genetics and just have really lived a really hard life. And it's like, sometimes you just can't do anything about that.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. No,
And
that's
sometimes
true.
life hits you in the face, literally. And, you just do the best you can.
Yeah.
But
It's,
I really think a lot of it has to do with attitude, to be honest with you. And I think you have a really young attitude. So,
well, I mean, I
age
think,
really is kind of just a number. I mean, my grandfather's 101 and he's still hilarious. And he was telling some crazy crap to my kids. And I'm like, Grandpa, stop. So, I mean, the guy's 101 and you'd think he was still in his 40s. So, I mean, a lot of that is just attitude. So,
I mean, you're right. It is,
I think
it
it
is
makes
kind
you
of a
appear
number.
younger too,
Oh yeah. There's something that, I mean, you guys are seeing like a whole other side of me, like if my best friend who I'm moving in with right now was sitting here with me, she'd be like, Psh, you guys don't even know what it's, like there's a whole other side of me that just gets a lot of like pent up, like just, and I get mad at stuff and I get aggravated and, just like just want to throw something kind of inside me. But in the past, I'd say 15 years or so at least, there's something that one of my friends said to me one time because I was going through a phase where I was so angry all the time, at the stupidest things too, like things that you can't change, things that, keep getting upset about the same thing. That's kind of pretty much like insanity in a way, and she was like, stress is like one of the number one killers, in the world. Like what are you stressing about? And she's like, you're gonna give yourself a heart attack for nothing, and it's like, it's true, so there's times
Very.
where I can't help it, it's very hard to discipline yourself and catch yourself in the moment, and to be honest with you, inner strength is like, she's like a friend to me now outside of YouTube, because I've had some moments recently where I've been like, screw this person that I've been friends with for like over 15 years, because I took it too personal that she wasn't making time to hang out with me when really it wasn't anything personal. It was just life. She's got kids, she's got this, she's got that. And I was like, I'm leaving though. I'm moving away. Don't you think that's important? And of course she does, but just realizing sometimes too that what you put out is not always, you're not going to get what you envision back. It's never always going to be like that. And you can't judge people or be like, disappointed in how they are if they're not being exactly how you are, and that's what I've kind of had to try to tell myself and learn as I get older, to not always take things so personal, or assume that everybody's going to have the same passion you have or care about something the same way you do. And that's why I kind of also feel like, if people want to come and hang out on my channel with me and talk and just whatever, talk about serious things or not talk about serious things, I'd rather just everybody just feel like they have somewhere to like hang, and
Well, you've definitely made it that
about
way,
it.
and don't be so hard on yourself. And I'm glad that inner strength like helped you kind of work through. It was Bruce, right? That was here earlier.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah. Yeah. And and another person is I don't know if it's still out there, but I think I probably spent like 4 or 5 hours talking to Dee Dee one night on her stream. And she was
Aw.
like, she was picking me apart,
Is that Dirty
not
Diana?
yeah, Dirty Diana.
Okay.
She was like kind of analyzing me in a way that I was kind of like, oh, and and she's like, yeah, this is what I do. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I don't know if everybody wants to sit here and listen to me talk about. She's like, no, bring it on, and everybody in the chat was sitting there like listening, and I was like, holy crap. And the next thing you know, it was like 6 a.m, and a couple of days later, I think there was a couple of people that had been in there, and they found me, in other chats, and they were like messaging me like privately, like, hey, like I really appreciated you, sharing all that stuff. And I was like, thank Dee Dee for listening to it, because it was pretty heavy, and she was giving me some resources on the side, and emailing me privately, like, hey, this, check this out. And, basically like, I don't discount anybody that wants to, do therapy or, talk to somebody, like talk to your friends even, like talk to anybody. There's something that Dirty Diana helped me learn, which is, I would take it so personally when I would call somebody and they didn't answer. And she was like, have you ever thought of like texting them and asking, like, hey, I really need to vent. Do you have a minute? And I was like, no, I've never done that. I've always just assumed, you know what I mean? I've always just like picked up my phone, and if this person doesn't answer, then I go to the next one. And that person doesn't answer, then I go to and I just keep going. And then the next thing you know, I've got like 6 or 7 people I've called and they don't answer. And then I'm mad, and I'm pissed off. And then I go and I text one of my other friends, I can't believe such and, and it's like, you don't even know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean?
She's
I could
right
have,
though, and I think we're in this weird, age in society where people are like, wait a minute, why is somebody calling me? I
right.
can't talk right now. And it's like, I think when it used to be that's how we all communicated. You call and hope that somebody was home. We couldn't text. We couldn't, see them in a, what do the kids have, Snapchat, where they can see where you are at all times?
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't have kind of stuff like that. So I think sometimes she's right. It's like you have to do the introduction and just ask for what you need. And I think all of us are guilty of feeling, maybe having our own little pity parties, like nobody wants to talk with me and nobody wants to help me. And it's like, no, sometimes just life gets in the way and it's not intentional. So, but you need to give yourself some credit because you gave some really good advice about getting outside, going on a walk, and having that one person in your life that even if you vent and say things that are like completely out of, the norm for you, and it sounds like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, it's
Yeah.
like, look, we all have had those moments, but you need that safe person where you can have those cuckoo for Cocoa Puff
Yeah.
moments. And they go, this
Exactly.
is not you. You're going to be okay. And the best advice I think you gave though was going on a walk.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend it. Anybody that's spiraling, anybody that's having major depression, and there's something about sunshine, fresh air, even when it's humid and hot. Just get outside for a few minutes and put your face in the sun and just take a deep breath. And it's like hitting an automatic reset button, But I
It
think
is.
having people that you can bring into your community here and find other communities where you have a safe place to have your vent moment is awesome. And I think everybody in the chat saying that you've got to understand how to surround yourself with those kind of people. And the people that are not your people, well, then that means they were never your people.
Right. Right. They all drop off. You find out, who it is. Like, not to, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, this isn't related to what we were saying, but Rooster posted something a minute ago that said, well, he was following up to what Inner Strength said, which she was saying, write it down and then, or write it all out, then set it on fire, right? And then Rooster said, I'd have to put the fire out by peeing on it a little just to write a little more. Like, that's me. I would be the same way. I'd be like, wait, I got more. I got to write more. You know what I mean? Like,
But see, that's finding your way.
yeah,
What
it's
some
finding your
person's
way. And
fix is not necessarily
exactly.
your fix, but it's nice to share what your fix is because then people can create their own little recipe of what's going to, reset their buttons.
I think above anything though, what I was trying to also convey to Bruce was the getting out thing is very important because I've learned that myself. Like you said,
I
it
think it is.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you're with somebody or not. Just go out and like smell the air, look at the trees, look around. There's all this beauty around us that we just take for granted every day because we're in our own, world and
Oh,
stuff.
and
But,
doom scrolling, it's like we need to get
yeah,
off our phones and
yeah,
just, yeah.
I am I am so much a firm believer though on when I was telling him that this is fresh and there's no time limit and no matter what nobody can tell you if that your grief is needs to stop or it's not, you know what I mean? Like you do you, and if anybody is to ever treat you differently or make you feel guilty about feeling bad or sad about something, especially a loss, you just tell the person to kick rocks, and just go your own way. Be around people that are going to, make you feel like you belong, and just people just listening sometimes is enough, like sometimes people don't even know what to say. I personally didn't really know what to say, even though I've suffered loss and all of us have suffered loss at some point in time. And some of us have suffered loss in like such a way that you can't even fathom from your perspective, you know? But
Well, yeah, and like
grief,
Yvonne said, she gets tired of people telling her how to feel. And I think all of us want to have that quick fix for somebody that we can see that is spiraling or hurting, especially if
yeah,
you're kind of an empath. You're like,
yeah,
okay, try this, try that. And sometimes all they need is to just vent.
yeah,
And I remember a friend of mine lost her grandma, and she came in and it literally had just happened. Like she had just lost her grandma and we were all getting together for this thing, and she wanted to come by and just say, I'm not ditching you. This is what happened. And I didn't even realize I said something that made her feel good. And she said it to me later. She goes, everybody was like, I'm sorry for your loss. And but at least she lived a long life. And she goes, and I don't know why. She goes, but I wanted to slap somebody. And she goes, grief is such a weird thing. And I said, and I said, well, what did I say? And she said, you said it doesn't matter if somebody's lived 110 years. If you're the one left behind, it still hurts. And I didn't even realize that impacted her. But I think, to what Yvonne was saying, it's like we try to sometimes fix a situation or help somebody with a situation by telling them what to do, when sometimes what's best is to just tell them to just be. There's, whatever that is. I mean, if you need to cry it out, cry it out. If you need to smack something, find a pillow, you know? But nobody can tell you how to go through grief, or, there's no getting over it, in my
no,
opinion. I think you have to just work through it. Like I said, like you're walking through heavy caramel, and it's going to suck sometimes, but I promise you'll get through it, and it gets easier, you know? But your advice to him was, I think, spot on. And I'm just amazed at all the amazing women in here and the advice that people are giving through humor or spirituality or just being a good friend. You guys are awesome.
wow. I'm glad that you came to hang out tonight. It's been awesome with you guys, and I really appreciate like
Mom,
people
you're
like
old enough.
supporting me and stuff. And I hope that, I'll just try to keep things going, and keep having more people come in, and and at some point I would really like to do like maybe some kind of
Mr.
stream
Rooster.
with, oh
No,
yeah,
men are awesome. I'm sorry, I should have said that.
we always forget that he's the man of the house. He's always with us. We're his hens.
You know what men are awesome at? I think we don't give men enough credit too for situations of grief. I think a lot of men are just really quiet about their pain and don't voice their pain enough, in my opinion. But what I love about men is sometimes they bring out more of the logical. I think a lot of women, we focus on the emotion, the hard emotions, right? Which we need to. But I love it when my male friends, including my husband, will be like, okay, can I point something out to you? And then they point out the logical, like you said, Sikorsky, about Dee Dee saying, wait, maybe you should just text. It's sometimes we need that logical voice to come in when we're spiraling. And I feel like I think men are really gifted at doing that. Is, wait a minute, let's calm down. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the logic.
Yeah.
And I think that balance is so necessary. And too late now, Mr. Rooster. I swear to God, let me back in. I'm grounded. No, I really do think this chat is amazing. You guys have made me laugh, and I have never stayed up till 5 in the morning since I was like 20. What is
Oh
happening?
gosh.
And I promise you, I'm
Jeez.
not going to recover well. So if I look like hell tomorrow, it's all y'all's fault. And yes, that's a
Uh,
word, all y'all's.
oh yeah, I use it. I use all y'all's, but I also use you guys all the time too. And
Me too. I
I,
lived
s-
up north.
I say, but because I've been around everywhere, my friends in different places always tease me about the fact that I say I'm fixing to, like I'm fixing to make a sandwich, or I'm fixing to do this, or I'm fixing to do that. They're like, who talks like that? And I'm like, my grandma, from Louisiana, who's,
Hey, you guys.
yeah.
Truth Warrior, you can't know electric company. What's happening? Oh, hey, you guys. Yeah. Well, so let me ask you, Sikorsky, where did you really grow up?
I was born in Jacksonville at the Naval Hospital, but we only lived in Florida
You
for
cut
like.
out. Did you say?
Do you hear me?
No, I do now. What did you say?
So I said I was born in Jacksonville at the Naval Hospital,
Oh,
but
okay.
we only lived here for like a couple years, like maybe 3 years, if that. And then my mom got orders to go to Puerto Rico. So from like 84 to like 86, basically 2 years, we lived in Puerto Rico. I spent most of my childhood in Virginia Beach. And then when I turned like 21, 22 actually, I went to Louisiana because my mom had retired and she had been staying in Virginia for a while, but she decided to go back to Louisiana because that was where she was born and that's where all her friends and family were. But I
So that's
only,
why you have a mixed accent
yeah,
thing.
yeah, everywhere. It's, I guess somebody called me the other day because most of the phone calls I take for my job, they're all from Massachusetts and Rhode Island and stuff like that.
To park the car and have it yet?
Yeah, and there's so many times where they'll be somebody who's literally like, yeah, it's on Carolwood, and I'm like, what did you say? Carolwood. You don't understand what I'm saying? Where are you
Yeah,
from? And I'm like,
Khaki.
yeah, and they're this one guy because here's the thing is they think I am sometimes because I know how to say Worcester, or Dorchester or Gloucester, or Portsmouth or Norfolk, things like that. But you can tell when it's somebody who's like Worcester, or they just can't pronounce the words right, But
Worcester.
yeah, but I mean, there's a guy. I'm sorry to go off subject. I do this all the time on Justine's show. Um, there's
Squirrel.
there's a guy on I can't remember. He's on YouTube somewhere. He does like quick cooking videos, shorts and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And whenever he says Worcestershire sauce, he always says wash your sister sauce. Like that's literally what he's like, here, wash your sister sauce. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's I don't know, it's just hilarious. But
Well, I'm dying
anyway.
laughing at the chat. So, ol, did they say ol? Because I had friends that
Ol.
said ol. And I'm like, what is ol? And they're like, you put it in your car, ol. I'm like, you
Yeah.
mean oil?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I grew up north mostly, but then I say mostly. I lived in Texas for over 30 something years, but I think I still had like a northern accent a little bit. So when I moved
Mhm.
to Texas, I was like in the 6th grade and I said, well, come on, you guys. And they're like, we're not guys. Why do you say guys? I'm like, well, that's what we say, you guys. It's like, no, it's y'all. So I had to get really good at saying y'all.
Oh, another thing. Tell me this, Jen, when you lived in Texas,
Mhm.
I mean, because I spent some time in Louisiana, but when you lived in Texas and like let's say you're at a restaurant, and you're ordering your food and all that stuff, and then they ask you what you want to drink, right? And you're gonna
Uh-huh.
get a,
A soda.
something, a soda, right? You're gonna get a carbonated beverage, right?
Right.
And when I lived in Louisiana, the waitresses would walk up to the table and they'd say, all right, well, so they'd get your order and they'd be like, okay, what you want to drink, honey? And I'd say Coke. And they'd say, okay, what kind? And
I knew you were going to say that. I knew
what
you
do
were
you,
going to say that. Yeah.
I'm like, what? I said Coke. What do you think? I want a Coke. And then my aunt's like, that's not how we talk down here, And I was like, oh man. And another thing is they say they got, like if I was at your house right now, or if you were at my house rather, and I took you into my kitchen and I'm offering you something to drink, I say, go ahead, Jen, you help yourself. In the fridge, they got Coke, they got, I would say because I picked that up from my aunt, and I don't know. When she was first telling me one night, I was like, "Who's they? Do you not own this stuff?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "You kept saying they this and they that," and then she just started laughing. She's like, "Oh, honey, that's just how I talk." and I catch myself doing the same thing
I
nowadays.
loved Southern stuff. It's like you pick up. Yeah, I remember that. They were like, "You want a Coke?" And they were like, "What kind?" But see, I came from like Montana and Colorado. It was pop. Like, do you want pop?
Yeah.
Like, what? So
Hmm.
there's little things that all my sister and I still do certain words. And that, like she says clothes. I'm like, why do you say clothes? What
Mm.
is happening? It's clothes. And she was like, I don't know why I said clothes. So it's like, I swear to God, when you move all over, you start, picking up weird, like a hybrid accent.
I
So,
get I get teased by my really good friend. He's like an older brother to me. I'm actually gonna see his band play like sometime next week before I leave and stuff to say goodbye. But he's teased me like all these years I've known him because I have a hard time saying birthday whenever I say
are you one of those that puts an F in there?
it just happens. So
You can't do
now
that. It's illegal.
it's become a thing now whenever like if it's somebody's birthday on social media and I go to say happy birthday to them, I'll spell it out like BERFDAE, like sophisticated, like and they think it's so funny because they know that's just how I am. I say I have to slow myself down to say it right. The same thing with like desktop. Like nobody says desktop. Everybody says desktop, you know. Stuff like
This is
that,
hilarious.
or umbrella. Umbrella or umbrella. Like I catch myself saying umbrella. It's not just umbrella, it's an umbrella,
But
instead
what's
of
hilarious is
umbrella.
that you recognize it. Most people don't know. It's like when people say Pacific, and I'm like, you mean specific?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
The Pacific is like the ocean.
Those are probably the same
Pacific.
people that said paschetti when they were younger instead of spaghetti. I mean,
I think it's just one of those things you get into a habit and you don't even realize it till somebody says it. Like I didn't know that my sister and I say eggs like that. I say
eggs,
eggs. And
eggs,
my husband goes, "Why are you saying eggs?"
eggs.
And I'm like, "What do you mean? How do you say it?" And he goes, "Eggs." I'm like, "Eggs?" It's eggs.
Uh,
So,
how do you say milk? Do you say milk or do you say milk? There's people
milk. I
that
say
do the same.
milk.
It's yeah. I mean, I like I said though, it depends on who you're around, who you grow up with too. Like I grew up with my 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 grandmother was around until I was 11, so she actually was a big part of raising certain things that raising me a certain way and teaching me things and all this stuff. But like I'm trying to think, she didn't say toilet, she said commode, you know
Oh, well, my grandmother said the little girl's room. I'm
and
like,
she
"What's the
would
little
say,
girl's room?" She's like, "I
instead
need
of
to use the little girl
exactly, but she would say commode, she would say supper,
commode."
she would say, like, instead of couch, she said sofa,
Yeah,
you know?
sofa. We were told that was more proper, was sofa.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, my grandmother said little girl's room, so she didn't say commode.
Gotta
I
take a
had to,
tinkle.
yes, yes, I have to take a tinkle. Well, and if you're
Mhm.
from the Hawaiian Islands, it's shishi.
Oh, shishi. Oh, okay. I did not know that. You said
Yeah,
you were from there, right?
yeah,
You're
my family is. Yeah, I'm part Hawaiian, Chinese, Scottish, Irish, English, French, and Czech,
wow.
and Austrian. And my husband thought I was lying until we got the test back. He saw the pie chart and he goes, "Well, never mind. There's the
I wanna
truth."
do that myself, as a matter of fact. I think I'm gonna do that sometime soon. I would love to find out, you know, what
Oh,
more
Julie
that
Bug's
I've
going
been
to
told.
bed. Yeah, I
She
know. It's
needs
like,
to.
what do you mean going to bed? It's time to get up.
She she
Shoot.
she needs to because she stayed up on
Good night, Julie Bug.
the last stream that I did
Oh, was
where
Inner Strength going to bed too? Oh,
I
I'm
don't want
sorry.
you, I don't want you to leave, Julie Bug. I'm just trying to look out for you because she didn't sleep and she did my 6.5 hour
Oh, Inner
stream I
Strength is
did.
leaving. Oh,
Oh,
she's saying
okay.
good night to Inner Strength. Oh,
Okay.
sweet dreams.
Yeah, good
Good
night.
night. Thank you so much for tonight. This was awesome. Or
It
this
was.
morning.
Yeah, this morning rather. It's been great. I really liked having you guys on tonight or this morning
TT.
rather.
Truth warrior,
You know,
yes. My grandmother said TT too. That's true.
I gotta take a
My
TT.
This has been very informative. I feel
Oh,
like it's been a little bit of like Seinfeld, it's a show about nothing.
that's exactly that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes we can steer it a certain way and maybe, we end talking about that night that I did that 6.5 hour live we ended it going into this long thing about movies and stuff. We were all talking about, and good night, Dee Dee. Thanks for being around too. Or a show about everything, you know.
Good night, Dee. It was so nice to meet you. Dirty Diana.
That's like my
It's
favorite
gonna
Michael
be an
Jackson
earworm in
song.
my head now. Great.
Shh, don't even get me started.
Or a show about everything. Yvonne, yes. How was Seinfeld a show about nothing? It was a show about everything. Yeah.
It
Anyway.
definitely was.
You guys are awesome. Nice meeting you too. This was awesome. This was so much fun. I needed this. I needed to like decompress and let it all out. You guys are
How
awesome.
did you get like a notification that I was going live or something?
I
Like
went to no, I opened YouTube because I had somebody that sent me something. So I opened it up and then I saw you were live and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go say hi. And then I stayed for 5 hours for this now. So yeah, this was awesome. But I do get notifications, but this has been a revolving door of guests. So my youngest son has his friend from Minnesota visiting. Then my son from Texas came with his wife and their two dogs. So that's why one of the dogs was in my lap the other night. And then they left. I changed sheets, and my mother-in-law just got here. She's here for at least a week. So anyway, it's been a revolving door of guests, and I'm trying to be mindful and spend time. But then we've got shows and stuff, so it's all good stuff. This is all positive, but it's still a lot. But I needed a brain break. So you guys are awesome.
Well, I'm glad you came on and stuff. It was a pleasure having you, and I hope you come on again. And I'd love to go on your show sometime soon too.
I would
I'll
love that.
definitely call in sometime, and hopefully, got some actual talking points and not just go squirreling off to the side or nothing.
That's kind of my favorite thing, though. I like when the conversation takes a turn and it's fun. So, and then Mr. Rooster says it's 3 a.m. and I'm still drinking. That's
Hey,
awesome.
I mean, to be honest with you, do what you got to do. If maybe Rooster, you need to drink because you got a lot of things you need to write down and you're going to have to pee on it. I don't know.
Yep.
You just have to be careful what fuel you're putting on it. You don't want to cause any burns.
Yeah, that whole peeing on somebody when they've been stung by a jellyfish it's not true. So if you don't believe me, you can ask Julie Bug.
No, I will tell
she's a
you
nurse.
though, you have to. I mean, my dad used to just rub sand on it when we got Portuguese Man of War, but I never got it. My dad and my sister did right in front of me. Thank God I didn't.
Portuguese Man of War. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it wrapped around both of them. It was not fun. But they rubbed some sand on it and just don't fart in the fire. Yvonne, that is sound advice.
I found out from my mom that when I was younger, I found out
Just want to be peed on.
it's true. It really does happen. Like there was guys that were doing that when they were snowed in up in Great Lakes, Chicago, I think is where it
lighting
was.
their toots?
Yeah, they were snowed in, they were bored, they had nothing better to do, and my mom said that was one of the first things she had to do when she was in the Navy, is she had to treat a grown man's burn because he had singed his butt hair and lighting his fart on fire. Yeah. I was like, no.
Really smart.
It's super smart.
And the
Peeing on each other.
conversation
Oh my
just
God.
took a strange turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Telling you. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
What do you mean it's Helmberger? Who did that? He
Oh, I
got on
don't know.
fire? Oh, my husband just said one of his friends just burned his butt in high school.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
wow.
It's real. It's a
Well,
real life
you know,
struggles.
it's a thing. Yeah, they say that the frontal lobe is not fully developed till around 27, so that checks out.
Oh. Oh man.
That's
Research.
interesting. So I put a tampon in a grown Marine's behind one time with his girlfriend because he was totally drunk and I was dared to do it. I think you need to delete the last part of this episode.
I'm not worried about it. I don't.
Is Caitlin still
Hey,
there?
we're all talking about poo poo and pee pee.
He didn't even know it was there. He woke up. Oh, no, no, no.
That's
That is
see,
funny.
I came from that era of when you had sleepovers and you weren't supposed to go to sleep first, because
Oh, yeah, the warm
even
water.
yeah,
Yeah.
even with the girls will do some stuff too. It's not just the
Oh,
guys.
I was at a sleepover where we all fell asleep and they took all of our bras and put them in water and put them in the freezer.
Oh man.
Now, the only
Wow.
rotten thing I've ever done is I did do this to my sister as a joke, but we had a sleepover, and she was like dead to the world, and I put toothpaste in between her toes, and I don't know how, but she slept through the whole damn thing, and then she woke up with crusted toothpaste all over her sleeping bag, herself. Worst.
Have you ever heard of there's a resort in Virginia called Massanutten? It's like a ski resort.
No.
And my best friend that I'm gonna be living with, her family has a timeshare there, and we took a family trip there like years ago. I think I was like 16 or 17 at the time, and her older brother, he was like I think like 19 or 20, and he had a bunch of his friends come too, and they were all drinking and cutting up and doing all this stuff, and it was funny because we weren't drinking, but we were observing everything that was happening, and they were being brutal to each other. Well, this one guy fell asleep before everybody, and he was upstairs in the upstairs loft area, and they had like a pull-out couch bed, that he was
Yeah.
on.
Was it like a
And
futon?
no, it was literally just, those couches where you
pull-out
just
couch,
open.
okay.
Yeah, it was a pull-out couch.
Yeah.
So he's on the pull-out couch, passed out. Meanwhile, the rest of the guys, there's probably like 4 or 5 of them. They're downstairs and they're all scheming this. Me and her sitting there watching it, just like, I wonder what they're gonna do. And one of the guys goes in the kitchen and he pulled out a box of saran wrap. And they went up there and they saran wrapped his body while he was sleeping to the bed. And
Julie Bug guessed it. Oh
was
my God.
so freaking funny watching this guy just trying to get up for like I'd say for about a good hour. Everybody was downstairs and all you could hear is him, upstairs like pleading and begging. Somebody please get me out of here. It was so freaking funny.
Well, at least they didn't put saran wrap on the toilet.
No, I've definitely seen that happen before too, for sure.
I know. See, I would never do anything like that because who'd end up cleaning it up. Like, no, I'm not cleaning that up. That's
exactly.
nasty.
Yeah, that's the
I feel sorry for kids nowadays that can't like TP houses, and I mean, we used to do that to each other. Like, we got hit one night with some friends of ours that lived 2 blocks over, and they TP'd the crap out of our house. Like, we woke up and it was bad. Like, it was bad. And my mom was like, "Who's cleaning this up?" And I was like, "I guess we are." So my sister and I were out cleaning it up. And then we were trying to figure out like who did this. Like we knew we were going to figure it out. So we finally figured it out. It was our guy friends that were like 2 or 3 blocks over, and they were having this massive sleepover for the whole weekend. And I was like, "That's it, game on! Like, we're in." So we got my mom's huge Sam's package of forks, like plastic forks, like Sam size.
Yeah, yeah.
And we freaking forked their whole yard.
That's funny you said that because that same shit or same stuff, sorry, happened when I was in high school. And you had how they had the rival high schools that would play each other, the
Yes.
homecoming games and all that. And so there was the high school I went to at the time. I don't care. I'm not doxing myself. It was called First Colonial High School, and our rival school was COX, Cox High School. All right. So you can imagine what we did to their football field. They took gasoline and they burned, like, literally exactly what you think on their field, and then they got us back they forked our entire football field, and I'm talking like the forks were like only that far apart. I have no idea where they got that many forks from. Still to this day, it was amazing.
The powdered mashed potatoes, that's mean.
No,
Like,
you know what?
there's certain things that are just not okay.
No.
Like,
When you
the
brought up
only
the
horrible
toilet
thing we
paper,
did after the forking, they figured it out. It was us. Like, this was a whole weekend, okay? So we forked the freaking yard, and then we knew that they were going to come over and try to TP the yard. Like, we knew that it was going to be like even worse, right? So we took string and wrapped it between trees, okay? But so that they couldn't see it in our yard. So then they came around and were running into string in the yard. And we had filled up water balloons with the worst Avon cologne we could find in the house, and water and shaving cream. Like, it was a combination of the worst shaving cream, Avon cologne. And we were waiting for them to come around the corners, and these guys couldn't walk in their house without smelling like an Avon cart exploded all over. I'm sorry, I'm talking loud.
no,
It
it's
was,
okay.
my husband's going, "You're going to wake up the whole house." It was freaking hilarious. And oh my God, I can't imagine. Like, there's no way they were sneaking back into the house. Their moms had to smell them. It was just awful. So
When you were
we heard it.
talking
I've
about
never heard that many boys scream.
the toilet paper stuff, the paper, or people used to do that back in the day, or still do it rather, not as often maybe, but what
Well, I
so
hear
I
they're getting
knew.
like in trouble, like with the
Oh yeah,
police.
yeah, for sure. But the people I knew back in the day did that, but they did even worse. If you were somebody that messed with somebody in school and they wanted to, like, get you back, they would go buy a bag of flour and sprinkle that all over their lawn and then wet it. Or if you knew it was going to rain, you want to talk about ticked off
Oh
parents coming
no,
out
that's
in
mean.
nasty flour. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best.
I mean, we kind of lived in an era where you could, do dumb things, but we also knew that our parents were like, "Well, glad you had fun. Here's the garbage bags. You're on cleanup duty." Like, it was all innocent. There was none of this, destroying property. It's like, ugh, it's kind of sad. I think the only thing I was like one of those kids that I was so terrified of my mother, so I was just very, very good. So there were very few things that I did that are considered like rebellious. But I do remember biscuiting cars.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all that's
yeah.
all I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah. No,
say.
you know, I never did that, but I did something that nowadays would totally get somebody to kick your butt. Is I had a friend that he drove an old, Volkswagen Beetle, and
Yes.
the little things on the front that would squirt the water at your windshield. He figured out that you could actually turn them and angle them, so he would pull up
Oh,
at a light, and if somebody had their window down, he would go pss, pss, and flick his wand, and it would squirt the person in their car. you know, and they had no idea. They'd be like, what the hell was that? You know, and then he would just drive on and go to the next light and do it again to somebody else. And I'm just sitting there just dying laughing. But nowadays, you know, you can't do that. You take the
Well,
risk
I mean,
of
look at Julie back in high school to put dish soap in the school pool. It's like, that's not funny. You know, they had to drain that pool. And how do you get it out?
what did she
Like,
say?
allegedly, I had a neighbor that was a sheriff, and I threw a bunch of 420 seeds in his yard and killed his rat. Allegedly. I allegedly biscuited cars, too.
Oh my
Oh, we
god.
would so go to jail now. Like, no, we would all go to jail. Oh, and thank God, no cell phones to capture. No.
Mom,
Oh, wait a minute. What weed
Mom.
killed his?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Weed, Jen, weed. Yeah.
What?
Sorry. See, I'm sorry. I'm such a Pollyanna sometimes.
Hey, it's all right.
420. That's funny.
I would have read it like that too, though. It
Like,
gets me. Who was it that
think-
called me a dipshit the other night? I'm trying to remember. Was it you, Truth? Somebody. It was so funny. I was trying to figure out something, and somebody in the chat. I can't. If it was either just Jaylene or Truth. They were like, "No, dipshit," and I bust out laughing. I was laughing so
probably
hard
Jaylene.
because it was. It was Truth Warrior. Yeah, it was her.
Oh,
I can't remember.
me.
I can't
I feel
remember
like
what it
Jaylene
was.
drops these sentence bombs, and then Mike drops and walks out of the room. What's that?
I can't even remember what it was that we were talking about, but it was something. And I said something and I didn't understand what she was saying. And then when she said it though, I had to like mute myself because I think I was on panel maybe. It may have been like Cap Kevin's or something show, but she got me so good.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. Agent, okay, you may have won. Me and my buddies in high school saran wrapped the principal's car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Now I will say my husband and his friends may take the trophy. I have to tell his story. Their high school prank was one of their friends somehow, when the big boys were all shutting down, like a lot of them were shutting down, they had a big boy. You know what I'm talking about? Like the statue. Hello?
Sorry, can you hear me? I was trying to
I can now.
trying to message Jaylene real quick.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. It was the noise in the background of her phone. I couldn't hear you, so I muted her real quick.
oh, so do you remember the big boys restaurants with the big, he's holding the hamburger
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
plate?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So one of his friends apparently had one of those statues, right? Like, you're talking a humongous big boy. So their senior prank was he and his friends got the big boy and put it up on top of the school. So when everybody showed up to school the next day, there's big boy and greeting everybody as they got into school. So now I can't hear anybody anymore. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
No, it's I just muted myself because every time I go to type, I try not to because I have no idea what it sounds like when I was typing. It just sounds
Oh.
like nothing to me, but obviously it was clack, 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 click, clack. You know?
That's
So-
hilarious.
But no, there's tons of like pranks like that the high schools, when I was back in the day, they did a lot of stuff like that. And there was a
Julie Bug, what?
place. What did she say?
Oh my gosh.
What did she say?
Oh my
I was a cheerleader in high school and the whole school. Ooh, yeah.
God. That's
Yeah.
bad. That's
That-
funny.
That
We had a guy that the senior prank was he rode his motorcycle through our halls. Unfortunately, they didn't allow me to walk at graduation, but
yeah,
about the
that's
house party too. How did we miss that, Truth Warrior? What house party?
where's it at? I wish the stupid
Oh, I missed that.
because I'm using the free version, I can't have her as my admin, which is annoying.
Okay, just copy and paste.
That's what I'm
Please.
looking for it though. Okay, I had a party in the house behind us when they moved out and the police got called, but we already left, so they didn't catch us. They asked my grandma if they could sit on the back porch. Okay.
To
There's a
wait for
mark.
the kids to come back.
She never
He
found
never
out.
found out it was.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
Damn.
My
That is
ex-husband, Yvonne, said drove a Harley through a funeral home at his dad's funeral. Now that is epic. Oh God, these stories. I'm dying. I needed to laugh like this. This is funny.
I don't have any good
But see, I
prank
feel like none of
stories.
these kids get to have, like, the stuff that, look, it may not have been the best decision, forking somebody's yard, but like, I don't feel like they should get in major trouble and have, now with all the pictures and the cell phones, it's like nobody can get away with anything anymore and just be dumb kids that it's not hurting anybody.
I
It's
don't
like,
know where it happened, but because I always assume sometimes because of, living in Florida, there's so much stuff that happens here all the time, it ends up on the news. And then some of my friends in other states are even like, what the hell is going on down there? I don't know. But there was something that happened recently where it was like a teacher or a, member of faculty somehow.
oh, I saw
You know
that.
what I'm talking about? And the kids had pulled a
Yes.
prank and it went completely the wrong way.
Oh, that made me so sick.
And I wanna say that even I think that maybe the person that had gotten unalived or something, that even their family was saying that they didn't think that
The
the kids
wife. Yep.
yeah, that the kids didn't deserve to get whatever they were, wanting them to, basically it was a complete not it was not intentional, basically,
Right. And she
you
came
know?
in their defense and said he
Yeah,
was always loved prankstering. Yeah, they
yeah,
did a prank on him and they panicked and accidentally ran him over. And
yeah.
unfortunately it didn't end well. And it was just, I think I loved hearing that she came out in their defense and helped them. I don't think I think they were okay after that, right?
Yeah, honestly, I never followed up on it, but I just remember the part like what you're saying. I remember thinking like, "Oh, I'm glad that somebody, you know, on the other side is coming out saying, it's they didn't deserve to do hard time or get or whatever that was going to be handed down to them, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, hindsight's 2020, of course, but I know for a fact if they definitely felt like if they could go back in time, you know, would never in a million years would have imagined that it would have gone that way, so
No, no. But I just feel, I feel like kids need those innocent moments where they can do something that doesn't harm anybody, like forking a yard, toilet papering, whatever. And it's all in good fun. And look, my sister and I spent hours peeling toilet paper off of our trees, but it's like the best memories. I mean, look, we're all talking about it. It was fun.
exactly. Yeah,
So, well, I
yeah.
hit the like button. I left my DNA, and now
Thank you.
I've got a sleeper. This 50-something-year-old is not going to look so hot tonight.
Yeah, you need to get your beauty sleep. So, and then hey, if you have to, and you
A
feel like
dead
you can't,
possum.
you can always put on the Jackie O glasses, and then nobody will even know how tired you are.
Jesus. It's not about that. It was that somebody was making fun of me and said, I think this girl's lying. She can't possibly not remember all those people's names. I'm like, sorry, I'm not a celebrity person. I don't remember celebrities' names very well. It's
It's
like I
all
can
right.
picture the person in my head, but I couldn't think of their name. And they were like, I think she's making it up. I'm like, what? No, I'm
No.
just dead. I'm exhausted. I'm
Nah.
exhausted.
Yeah. Exhausted. Linda.
So,
Oh
yeah,
man.
be like Mike and wear your shades. Exactly. Thank you so much, Truth Warrior. I appreciate it. You guys are. Oh, what is the question? What? Oh, what time am I on? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. We're on at 8 p.m. Or no, 7 p.m. Central. because we need to be off in time to watch Patriot Pride. So 7 p.m. Central will be on tonight.
7
So
p.m.
7 to
Central.
9. Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 8 Eastern. If it's
Correct.
7 okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, everybody that's listening, please make sure you watch Thornbridge X Unfiltered at 8 p.m.
Thank you, guys.
Eastern time. I know I will be. You know.
Yeah, it's.
And then if you want to catch Patriot Pride afterwards, I mean, you know, I'm just kidding. Adam, if you're still watching, I love you, man. I'll definitely be there too. Promise.
Yeah, that's why we end ours early so we can watch it. And it sounds
Yeah,
like
exactly. He's the prime time. You know?
Yeah. I'm just. What do they call those bands that come out before the real ones?
We're the openers. He's the headliner. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's the headliner.
Oh, I'm sorry. Translate my time. So it's 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And that would be 6 p.m. Mountain Time and 5 p.m. Pacific. And that is Pacific Coast, not being specific.
Yeah. That's why sometimes I have to like Nikki, for instance, you know, she's on the West Coast. So whenever she says she's going on, I always have to do the math because I'll see it and be like, oh, okay, cool. She's going to be on at 8 and really it's, or 10, you know, and it's 96 or 8 or I don't know. I can't do the math right now either. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Yvonne. I made it very confusing. 7 p.m. Central Time or 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Truth Warrior.
Truth, there you go. See, that's what I'm saying.
She's awesome. Yep. Thank you.
If you had Truth tag teaming it with Major Rammer Jammer, I'm not trying to throw more work on Truth's plate or anything because I know she already mods enough
Specific
people.
time.
But
She put specific time. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
thank
You guys
thank
are
so
awesome.
much.
Good
Thank you so
night.
much.
I love your show. And I need to set like an alert. And are you going to be like on specific times?
I won't have any specific time, but you know, I'll always try to, if I get an idea or something and I think I'm gonna do something, I'll try to let people know ahead of time. And then just gotta like set your alerts, I guess, you know.
Awesome. Good night, Jaylene.
Jaylene, she's probably passed out asleep.
She fell asleep.
Maybe.
Oh, see, I told you she does the best mic drop and then walks out. Good
Mom,
night.
they're talking to you.
Yeah, see, her kids waking her up. Mom, they're talking to you.
Good
All
night,
right.
guys.
Yeah, good night, Jen.
All
Thanks
right.
for being on.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night, Jaylene. I'm assuming that means that it's just me now. Jaylene, are you still here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching me tonight, for hanging out with us, for listening to the music. Let me see here. I got to do the 6. I got to do this one.
So you're saying my mom is paying you to be my friend? Yeah.
Just Jaylene in the chat, still holding it down. True warriors, big facts, never folding for clout. In the strength, keep it real when the storm roll through. Mr. Rooster up early, got a whole crew brew. Major Rammer Jammer, that name hit loud. Julie Buck throw love like a flag in the crowd. Carolina Carla with the plan in the heart. Blue cat stay loyal, never drift, never part. We got each other 6. Yep, we move like this. One call, one click, and the whole room lit. Got each other 6. Got each other 6. Got each other 6. Just Jaylene, truth warrior. Got each other 6. In the string, Mr. Rooster. Got each other 6. Julie Bug, Carolina Carla. Blue Cats We legit. When the timeline messy, they the ones who stay. Drop a rough day, they reply you good right away. No fake smiles here, just a real strong bond. Same front row energy when the whole world gone. Picture Rema Jamma, bring the bass in the room. Blue cats glide through like a light in bloom. Truth warrior ride for you, never switch the lane. Just Jaylene got the flame, keep it bright through the rain. It ain't luck, it's trust. It ain't talk, it's us. If one of us fall, then we all get up. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Just Jaylene, truth warrior. Got each other's six. In the string, Mr. Rooster. Got each other's six. Julie Bug, Carolina Carla. Blue Cats, we legit. From the screen to the soul. We've been built this way. 6 deep, stay close. Come what may. One team, one spark, one hell of a mix. Say the name, say it proud. Got each other's six. Got each other's six. Just Jaylene, truth warrior. Got each other's six. In the string, Mr. Rooster. Got each other's six. Julie Bug, Carolina Carla. Blue Cats, we legit.
All right, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, I guess. So, or a day, should I say. Thanks for everybody. Bye, Yvonne. Thank you for hanging tonight or this morning. Thanks, Mr. Rooster. Julie Bug, everybody that was here. Jaylene. I don't know what was going on with your thing, but I don't know if I kicked you out or not. Sorry if I did. I think I'm honestly gonna thank you so much, Truth. Love you, man. Or woman, sorry. Don't want to make that mistake again with, like I've done with others. Just kidding. But no, seriously, thank you everybody that was hanging out, and it was awesome, and I hope to do it again soon. So thank you. And just like Truth said, do something kind for somebody else today. Open the door or just call somebody, tell them you love them. And I see you, Jaylene. So this is the awkward part. It's always awkward for me to try to end it. So good, I'm glad. And I think I will. I think I'll play a song that you guys can hear. It's kind of different. It's not the same song, but it's still kind of cool,
Before I ever took my first breath, she was chasing storms and cheating death. 23 Sikorsky wings upon her chest, jumping out of helicopters, never resting, never less. 2 decades in the Navy, flying through the night, saving hurting strangers, pulling them to life. She was a single mother with a warrior's heart, writing her own legend from the very start. My mom was a hero in the sky, a badass angel. She refused to let them die. 20 years of courage in the rolling sea and storm. She earned those Sikorsky wings before I was even born. She raised me on her own through the fire and the rain. My mom was a hero, and I carry her name. She hung up a uniform when I turned 13. We'd already walked through hell, you know what I mean. But she still stood tall with that quiet pride. Scars on her spirit that she never let me hide. She taught me about honor, taught me how to fight, how to keep on going through the darkest night. In every story that she softly told, I heard the sound of a heart made of gold. My mom was a hero in the sky, a badass angel. She refused to let them die. 20 years of courage in the rolling sea and storm. She earned those Sikorsky wings before I was even born. She raised me on her own through the fire and the rain. My mom was a hero, and I carry her name. She left this world when I was 30 years old. 57 winters and a soul of gold. Now she's resting where the white stones gleam. Arlington Fields where the flags all lean. When the wind starts singing through the old oak trees, I hear her laughing on the midnight breeze. Every step I take, every prayer I say, she's the shadow of courage that lights my way. My mom was a hero in the sky, a badass angel. She refused to let them die. 20 years of courage in the rolling sea and storm. She earned those Sikorsky wings before I was even born. She raised me on her own through the fire and the rain. My mom was a hero, and I carry her name. So here's to the sailor with the fearless eyes, to the single mom who taught me to rise. From Arlington silence to the rolling sea foam, my hero, my mother, my forever home.
All right, guys, that was it. I am going to go to bed now because in about, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours or so, I think I'm going to get up and stuff. R.I.P. Donnie Dixon, USS Saratoga, Desert Storm. And rest in peace to anyone else that has, served their country and lost their life doing it, or anybody else that's passed away, no longer here with us. My heart goes out to everybody. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Again, thank you so much, and Thank you, Truth. I'll talk to you later.